Show. What up, Fight World? It's the kid, and we back. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. What the hell? Let's get it. Yes. I just want to talk some more of this boxing stuff with y'all. Waiting for some people to join. We're gonna talk. Shout out to Baltimore. You heard? Are y'all ready to do the roll call already? Boxingego roll call one time. One time for your fucking mind. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Ego the GOAT. West Side. Baltimore. New York. Where y'all at, man? New York, that's it? Mississippi. New Orleans. Chirac. Shout out to Texas, London, Oklahoma, Portland, Dallas, South Texas, UK, Dallas, Beantown, London. We got a couple Londoners in here. Brownsville, Texas. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Portland, Oregon, but the Bay Area though. OKC, Baltimore, Sacktown, 916, Manchester, Baldwin Park, California, Orlando, and we ain't talking Toledo. Ego, much love and respect to your work. Thank you. You're fucked to Kane, London, Derry, Sarah's, California. I'm not sure where that's at. I guess it must be down Southern California. Ego, the only place I get my boxing news. Thank you. Shout out to Germany. I don't know how long this one's gonna go, so we're gonna jump right into things and talk. We'll do another roll call hopefully at the end of this, like I like to do it. See where y'all at, where y'all from. As you come in, hit the like button. Stop fronting, hit the like button. Yeah. Ego, the best boxing breakdowns. I appreciate that. Oh, it's next to Modesto. Okay, that's not far. He had a hand contusion. All right, so let's talk about Rigondeaux. They came back and they said he had a hand contusion, which is more so a bruise. It's not broken. It's not an actual fracture. Probably his knuckles were real sore. And that's it. But like, the funny thing is with me, I never once used that. Like, I never personally said anything about his hand. Because at the end of the day, you don't know. I even compared it to Gerald Big Baby Miller immediately after the fight. If you go back, immediately after the fight, I compared it to Gerald Big Baby Miller versus Fred Cassie, where I said it looked like he was looking for a way out. That's what I seen. It looked like Rigondeaux wasn't able to dictate and slow the pace. Lomachenko was being very erratic. When he was trying to free himself, he was like yanking his arms, and he was making his plea look very... It's just like in the NBA when like before they calm down with the flopping and had the flopping rules, LeBron James or something will get touched and he'll start spilling around. Like LeBron James is 6'8", I think, 6'8", 268. But if he got touched, he would emphasize the fact that he was getting fouled and flop. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Lomachenko was doing, which is smart. It's smart. He's the bigger man. He's the one that wants to get free. He's the one that wants to push a nasty pace on the older Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? So it was smart for him to flop or exaggerate the clinch and trying to get out of the clinch to make it look. Because in the end, this is how you know it was smart. In the end, Rigondeaux got deducted a point, which proves my point. The referee, Steve Willis, I think it was, he was yanking his arm and stuff, making it look so pronounced that Rigondeaux ended up losing a point for clinching too much. So that was a smart veteran move from Lomachenko. You know, it's funny because it's like you guys will see it. Lomachenko's a talented fighter, but if Lomachenko, I promise you, if Lomachenko, it's the nature of boxing. If Lomachenko gets in there with like a guy like Salido again, a power puncher who's pressuring him, I promise you he's gonna be clinching just like anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Because he did versus Salido. He's not gonna be yanking his arm, but in the case of the Rigondeaux fight, he was the bigger man, so he wanted it to be known that he was trying to free up his arm. You know what I mean? But if he fights like, let's say, I don't know how the Mike Garcia fight will play out, but I know Mikey's big and I know he's hitting hard at 135. So let's say Mikey starts pressuring, I promise you, Lomachenko is gonna look to close. Or as he moves up in weight, I don't know where he's planning on stopping with his ascend up in weight, but it's the same thing. But like I said, it's a smart move from Lomachenko. Someone says it's official, Rigondeaux did not have a broken hand, just a bruise. No shit, that's what we just said. The title of the video states that he did not have a broken hand. You typed your comment like you bringing something new. The title of the video, the title of this whole live stream is Rigondeaux didn't break his hand. And you're like, hey, Rigondeaux didn't break his hand. We just said that on top of the title being called that. Thank you for that, Captain Obvious. No, it's not tell him. I'm an honest person. It's just funny that the title of the video is Rigondeaux did not. I don't know exactly what I put, but I know I put something like Rigondeaux. Well, even if you just got here, the title of the live stream says live stream Rigondeaux hand not broken or something like that. And then Captain Obvious was like, it's official. Rigondeaux did not break his hand. It was a bruise. Okay. But yeah, so thank you, Captain Obvious. In case anyone missed it or can't read titles and maybe just click on my shit, I don't know. Rigondeaux did not break his hand. They said it was like a contusion or a bruise. No fracture, no broken. But like for me, it honestly, it looked like Rigondeaux was looking for a way out. Like I said, high-tech, smart veteran move by emphasizing trying to break out of the clinch because it was showing he was doing it. You know, it actually, because I said this, you guys could go look at my tweets. I said it as the fight was happening. He was doing it very dramatic, like he was almost frustrated, which was kind of weird because Lomachenko he's the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? So normally he's like cool, calm, collected. So to see him like almost like frantically like trying to rip his arms off, that was a little bit weird. But like I said, in the end, it worked for him. He was able to use that. And then Rigondeaux got deducted a point, stuff like that. So to me, with stuff like that, I'm pretty sure it's probably Rigondeaux. I don't remember Rigondeaux losing a point in any other fight. You know what I'm saying? So that was probably demoralizing for Rigondeaux. The fact that Rigondeaux, see, this is the thing. You know how they say be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Rigondeaux pushed for this fight. People like me and my channel, I pushed for the fight because I wanted to see it. Because you know what I mean? Like I just want to see the outcome. Like I would always rather see something than just speculate. Like, oh, I think this person will win. I thought Rigondeaux would win because I thought he could slow the pace down, and I know he has some power in that left. I thought he would try to shoot it. You know what I mean? But he didn't even really throw it for whatever reason. So at the end of the day, I'm just happy I seen it. I want to see it. Two-time two-time gold medalists. I wanted to see it. I want to see it so we get an outcome. But now we see it. It's like what's on to the next one. But to me, I think Rigondeaux was looking for a way out. Like I said, it was probably demoralizing losing a point. He's not a guy that I can recall heavily being warned. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like getting docked points. He was in there. He called for the fight. But then when he got in there, you've seen how much bigger probably Lomachenko was, and then on top of just the pure size, on top of the size is Lomachenko's making him work at a very uncomfortable pace. You know what I mean? Like moving all around, kind of. I don't know. Rigondeaux's countering look off too, because like Rigondeaux's usually a good master of range, but Lomachenko's so squirrely that he was out of range, and Rigondeaux would go like that and then not even follow through with the punch. You know what I mean? Because I've seen Floyd Mayweather do it, but Not Floyd Mayweather. He doesn't follow through when the guy's out of range, and it'll put him in a position to get like countered, because every time you punch, you kind of leave yourself open. So, but Rigondeaux was like, it's like all his punches were like that. So he really couldn't. He just couldn't get off. This is all it is to it. So Lomachenko came out with a very good strategy. I think, see, and this is how you know Lomachenko's a cerebral fighter, because at the end of the day, I think he said before in the locker room that he doesn't want Rigondeaux holding. So he knew he is the bigger man, and he knew the pace that Rigondeaux, he probably studies tapes and stuff, him and his team and or whatever. He knew Rigondeaux wouldn't like the pace that he was trying to put forth. So he probably figured Rigondeaux, as a smaller person and counterpuncher, would try to slow the pace by clinching. So that's why he was, and like I said, you guys check my tweets live as the fight was airing. I was like, he was almost doing too much, but again, it works for him, and it worked as a veteran move. How he's like drastically trying to yank his arm, and like, I don't know, it just looked like very violent, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like a cop trying to apprehend somebody or some shit, and the person's trying to get away. It just looked very violent. But like I said, that strategy worked, because Rigondeaux got docked a point, and he got frustrated and everything else. So to me, I never want, and see this, I did a video talking about it. Somebody tagged me some racist bullshit, tagged me and DBN on Instagram, tagged me in some racist bullshit. And this is the funny thing, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is the funny thing, and again, this is not Lomachenko's doing. Lomachenko is preparing for the fight. You gotta listen to me. Lomachenko is preparing for the fights the best way possible, and he's looking impressive ever since the Salido fight. So this is not about him. I'm not accusing him of being racist. I'm not saying he's even encouraging any of this stuff. But between the racial comments and the race war and the racial tone of him winning, and people like ESPN saying, oh, he'll beat Floyd Mayweather's ass at 130, it's like you put Lomachenko under, I keep saying it, I'm gonna keep saying it, an unfair pressure. You guys can say, oh, you're being biased. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If you're an alpha male, then what you say, you ride with that and you stand by that. And I stand by everything I've said about Lomachenko or any other fighter 100%. And that's one thing that I don't back down from my stand. Like, I'm not saying that if I feel something, it'll never change, but nobody has presented another argument that takes me out of the zone or takes me out of the mindset of what I already believe. And what I already believe, for the record, is that Lomachenko is a very good fighter. He's hard to beat. He's the best guy at 130. He's dumbass experienced when it comes to the amateurs. It's transitioned well for him in the pro. He's nimble, he's agile, he's athletic, but that's where it stops. Like me personally, I don't care who you, oh, you're biased media, you're biased ego, and you hate Ukrainian, whatever. I don't care about none of all that shit you saying, because we all know it's true. We all know it's not true. I can't put him at #1 pound for pound yet. If he, see, listen, and if you have a problem with this, then you tell me who's really biased. So for me to say that in 11 fights, even though he has a stellar resume for 11 fights, even though people bringing up that dumb logic, Floyd fighting and he was in his 11th fight, that's stupid. That has no bearing, because like I said, if you're gonna say, if your logic is who has Floyd fought, if Floyd fought in his 11th fight, ID Smith, keep talking greasy and you will be out of here, but keep testing it. Anyway, if you're gonna say who has Floyd fought in his 11th fight, who has Floyd fought, then who did Floyd lose to in 50 fights? And Lomachenko lost in his second fight. These are facts. Like, it's so funny that people are like, you're biased, ego, you're being biased. But I'm telling you the facts. Young credentials in the building. I'm giving you the facts. So like, how is that bias for me to present factual information? You know what I'm saying? So once again, I respect Lomachenko's gangster. Nomaschenko, however you want to say it, he's a beast. But again, 11 fights it's too, and a loss. To me, it's too premature. And like I said, why would they be like upset with me because I said keep doing what you're doing, notification gang. All I'm saying is keep doing what you're doing, keep racking up bodies, be it at 30 if you want to stay, or if you can get the proper fights at 30 or 35 or whatever, 40, whatever weight you think you can go to. Keep doing it, and over time we're gonna see. That's all I've said. That's all I've said. Keep doing what you're doing, and that's the rule for everyone. Ray Robinson, no one was saying Ray Robinson in 15 fights was the man. No one said Julio Cesar Chavez in his first 89 fights was the best person. Pacquiao, Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Pernell Whitaker. Nobody said that. Nobody said that about any of those guys. The reason they got respect, Shane Mosley, Roberto Duran, the reason they got respect was from a continual participation, fighting at a high level, doing what legends do, legendary shit, period. So the Lomachenko, I don't give a fuck if he had 1,000 fights as an amateur, nobody is exempt from that. Roy Jones Jr., all these guys, like Roy Jones, my favorite fighter, but he beat Bernard Hopkins, he beat James Toney, as he says in his rap song, stop Virgil here with a body shot. Y'all must have forgot, you know what I'm saying? It was a continual, he kept climbing up in weight. It went to fucking heavyweight. You know what I mean? That's why we revere him as a legend. Like Lomachenko, like I don't understand how foolish some people can be that they want you to come on, admit he's the best ever. I will never admit he's the best ever with 11 fights. You guys can. If that's how you feel, great. I don't feel that way. I didn't feel Pacquiao. That's like Pacquiao beating Marco Antonio Barrera, and I'm like, oh, he's the best ever. He's a legend now. Miguel Cotto, when he beat Torres or whatever, he was dope. That was a good fight. But I didn't say Miguel Cotto was a legend. To this day, I'll say he's a legend because he's earned that. So Lomachenko's not exempt from that. I don't understand what the real problem is. No one's, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like people are so happy to have, I guess, I don't know, like a Lomachenko or a fighter of his complexion with his swag, with his style and his charisma. Like I fucking like Lomachenko because to me he fights like rhythmic. You know what I'm saying? Like he has swag. He's confident. He's cocky. He's playing games in there and he's like having fun with it. And he's like, he has that kind of demeanor, that bravado. So I like that. You know what I mean? I just told you my favorite fighters. Roy Jones, Prince Nassim, you know what I mean? I like Floyd a lot. And all of those guys had that showmanship, Muhammad Ali. So, you know what I mean? I actually, it's so funny because I always get pegged for not saying what you want me to say. I get pegged as the one that I hate Lomachenko and I'm so biased. I fuck with Lomachenko. He has a good style. But I'm not going to say what you want me to say. I'm not going to say he's the greatest thing I've ever seen when I've seen a ton of fighters from Willie Pep to a ton of black fighters who move rhythmic and do stuff. Like, okay, did they have the same amateur pedigree? No. Did they have this and that? Like, no, I'm not. But the whole parallels are different. I'm not comparing every aspect. He's good. Like, it's just, like I said, people want to anoint. And I just have to see, I have to keep seeing. It's with everybody, man. It's like, I have to keep seeing what they're made of. Like, okay, one of my favorite fighters too is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., right? He went to like 89-0, but he didn't really fight nobody in those fights. Like, that's a high record, that's a good record. But the reason I know that Julio Cesar Chavez is a badass and a beast is because even when he did get beyond just competition in Mexico, you know what I mean, like club fighters, bar fighters, or whoever he fought to get to the 89-0, he was still hanging. He was still able to beat guys, you know what I'm saying? Like Meldrick Taylor and stuff. He got to the world-class level and he was still competitive, you know what I mean? So that's how you know he was good, because even when he developed or whatever, that he still was like, everyone wasn't just beating him and shit. So the whole thing, the whole Loma situation. Make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Listen, I need Ego. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep pushing this. I need Ego's army to step up. I need Ego's army to step up. If you really support the movement, I've been in the game for a minute. I've been doing this for a minute. I give you guys the latest and greatest, the hottest. I give you perspective. In my opinion, nobody really does what I do. You know what I mean? From the first looks, the Ego Weight Watchers. I need Ego's army to step up. We got to combat the bullshit. A lot of people that, you know what I mean, the detractors, they don't like what you're saying, or they don't, it's not even that, it's just like the people in the hot seat. It's not, they disagree, but then every time they get in the hot seat, they get burned, and we see that. So we got to combat the bullshit, because I seen an influx, especially with this Lomachenko, where people hit the dislike just because they want to hit it. Now, trust me, I get paid regardless. You know what I'm saying? So the likes and dislikes don't affect me, but it's, I mean, honestly, we just have to show so it doesn't, so we don't let the haters win. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the haters even, the likes and dislikes are never even really close. Like, I never have a 50-50 video. I rarely do. So I'm just saying, Ego Army got to step up, support what's real, support good boxing talk, and keep it pushing. So hit that like button. Stuff like this, like I said with the live streams, it has its pros and cons. Pros is I get to talk to people like live and direct, and if people disagree and all this shit, we can handle in the hot seat and debate and entertain and all that. The con is it takes a lot of my day to just sit in a fucking chair. I'm a Aries. I like to move. I like to keep it pushing. You know what I mean? So to sit in a chair spinning around talking to people, it's time consuming, and it keeps me away from other stuff. So anyway, just make sure y'all show the same love for the effort. Did Ego lose money? Now you in the hot seat. See, we're not here doing the dumb shit. What's your name? Shamo. You about to be a Shamo. You're a sham. So you asked if I lost money. Why would you think I lost money, Mr. Shamo? Another person with a weirder name. You sound like a fucking whale, Shamo. But anyway, so why do I gotta lose money? I didn't even bet on this fight. But what makes you think that I lost money? I actually made money because I went live that day and I got a ton of super chats. I got like over $170 in super chats in one day. You talking about I lost money? So come on, Mr. Shamo, explain to the public, Shamu or whatever your name is, Mr. Killer Whale, explain why you would even think that I lost money. And we're waiting because you're in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? You guys say stupid shit. Like, I get paid off videos, the donations. I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just saying, would it lose money? I didn't lose anything. I didn't even bet on this fight. I really didn't. That's the thing I told you. I don't really bet people on fight. I bet if I know someone personally, I bet. Because last time I tried to do something different in the Daniel Jacobs, Luis Cuba Arias fight. Right? I tried to bet someone, and they promised they would give me $60 if Arias lost. And I've never seen that person since. The person literally has never been on my channel, because I remember the username or around with the user. The person never came back. So yeah, I don't really bet unless I know you personally, so I know or you live in my vicinity, so I can harass you and I know I'm gonna get my bread. Okay, so his response is, y'all giving Loma too much publicity. Okay, so once again, that strike one. Once again, why would you think that I lost money? The hate will make Loma real famous now. Now you're just wasting people's time. Why would you, once again, I'm gonna ask the same question that you keep responding to but not answering. Why do you think I lost money on the Lomachenko-Rigondeaux fight? Since you want to interrupt the stream, I want to know that. Mr. Shame, low down dirty shame, Shamo, whatever your name is. I didn't lose any money. All right, let's vote, because we got to keep the show rolling. If Shamo is wasting our time, everybody put your L's up. I'm telling y'all gonna learn sooner or later. At least on my live streams, we having a black party. Oh, we having a party. Y'all gonna learn to keep putting these ridiculous comments. You never know when you get selected. You never know when you're gonna get called out. And if you can't speak to what you're saying, It's simple. See, and this is the thing. People, oh, you just like to block everybody. I don't like to block everybody. But at the end of the day, if you can't, that's the problem with social media. That's the problem with social media. If you can't speak to what you're saying, that's how you win the hot seat. Do you guys understand that? Block L, he got voted off, he got blocked. But listen, that's what people don't understand. Oh, ego, you just like to block everybody. All you have to do to win the hot seat is the shit you just said. You have to just explain why you said it, justify why you said it, give the fans an example. But if you can't do that, then that's a problem, aka accountability. Like it's very simple. Like people are making it like I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because you guys are saying internet comments, and then you randomly get selected, right? Randomly get selected, and then all of a sudden you can't speak to what you just said. You can't speak to why you said that. You can't give us factual, fact-based information on why you delivered whatever you delivered in the comment section. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, that's crazy to me. So that means you're putting senseless stuff in the comment section, because everything I say, I mean. Everything I just said about Lomachenko, everything I said about Rigondeaux, I meant. I'm not taking it back. I'm not rescinding it or anything. I feel exactly how I feel. Everything I said about Floyd, I mean, that's just who I am as a person. How you feel about Rigondeaux quitting though? I'm disappointed. Listen, I don't know. It's a live stream, so I don't know what live streams you caught, but it's extremely disappointing. Not just with Rigondeaux, but with when anybody quits. I mean, that's the worst way to go out. Because if Rigondeaux got knocked out, he got knocked out. It happens. Bigger man, equally accomplished man, you know what I mean, as an amateur and all that. So if he got knocked out, then people would just be like, oh shit, he got fucked up. If he just lost the decision, oh shit, he got outclassed and lost every round. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say Luis Cuba Arias. I mean, he lost every round, in my opinion, to Daniel Jacobs. He talked a lot of shit, but he didn't deliver in the fight. But he at least tried, like, you know what I'm saying? I never felt like he has heart, you know what I mean? I would never question his heart. It wasn't his night, and he couldn't get off on Daniel Jacobs. So even in a situation like that, you still gain more because you gain the experience and your reputation is not shot. You know what I mean? Like people like Victor Ortiz, I'm not even trying to roast him or whatever, but people have no confidence. There's fights that on paper, if you look at it stylistically, you might even favor Victor Ortiz. But based on his mentality, people wouldn't favor Victor Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So quitting is like one of the worst sins in boxing. Like if we had you know how Biggie did the 10 crack commandments? If we did a 10 boxing commandments, fucking quitting would be one of them. Thou shalt never quit. Never quit in the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's egregious. And no one's gonna. Okay, put it this way. Here's a perfect example. Name someone in boxing, and this will shut the whole conversation up. Name someone in boxing that ever got props for quitting. Anybody. Name a performance where someone quit in a fight. So Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Fonfara, Matisse versus Postal, Rigondeaux versus Loma. Name one performance where the fighter, it's really perceived that they quit. Fred Cassie versus Gerald Big Baby Miller. Name one performance where they got props for quitting. When did Kell Brooks get props for quitting? What the fuck are you even talking about? See, this is what I'm saying. His name is the Cops. He said Kell Brook. Who gave Kell Brook props? He didn't quit in the Triple G fight. His team quit for him. So that doesn't count. So I'm assuming you're talking about the Kell Brook fight versus Errol Spence. But who gave... This is for the Cop. This is what I'm saying. You guys will learn to not say stupid shit. The Cops is in the hot seat. So please explain to the people how Kell Brook received praise for quitting, if you want to say he quit, versus Errol Spence Jr. I call that was cool. That was quitting to me. Some people feel another way, but you're calling it quit because you said his name. So once again, the Cops, please explain to us how Kell Brook received praise for quitting. That's what I'm saying with boxing. I promise you I will clean up boxing. I promise. It's going to take time. And I can't control websites and other stuff except for my own website and everything I'm doing. But at least on my side, there will be some justice out this motherfucker. His coach gave him credit. All right, let's vote. Does anybody remember him getting props for quitting like the cops is alleging? He says allegedly the coach gave him credit. Does anybody recall this? Because I don't remember. And why would you reference a fucking person who's probably biased because this is their fighter? Like we're not like, so that's like me quitting in a fight and you'd be like, oh, but Ego's mama, she gave him props and said that's my baby and you didn't need to keep going. Why would you use someone like that? I'm talking about the mass public. Okay, so the cops, literally, your logic is Kell Brooks got praise from his own people and his own trainer, Dominic Ingle, right? No. I asked because I want to know realistic answers. So basically, you're telling me because Kell Brooks' own team, Dominic Ingle or whoever the fuck you're talking about, because his own team gave him credit, in your opinion, for quitting. That's clearly not what I was asking. Clearly what I'm asking is name from the boxing. We're about to vote on you. You're about to be out of here. He said, next time, be specific. I mean, next time, use common sense. I said, name someone who got praise from the boxing. I'm basically saying the boxing populace or public for quitting. And you really said Kell Brooks' trainer gave him credit. And I don't even know that he gave. How did Kell? Listen, even I'm still trying to analyze because now you said some stupid shit. When did Kell Brooks' trainer give him credit for quitting? Like, so they praised him. When did they might have said, oh, it was the right decision or so they said, hey, Kell Brooks, you're the fucking man. So at the press conference, he said, what did he say? What did he say at the press conference? Since you know so much about this, what did he say? He was like, yeah, man, you got that chocolate brownie and quit. I'm so happy for you. Like, what did he say at the press conference? No, I don't. See, now you're playing games. You really want word for word? No, I don't need word for word verbatim. Now I'm petty. I'm petty because you said some stupid shit. Okay. He said you want word for word. I never want. Listen, did I ask him for word verbatim exactly to the T what he said? Honestly. Once again, do I have any admins in here? Do I have any moderators? I said admins. Do I have any moderators in the building, or is it just me right now? Go easy on him. There ain't no go easy, man. Because it's like he's out of here. You got voted off, blocked. Listen, okay. People like him are clearly disruptive to the stream. I'm asking very basic questions. So you have to have a little bit of common sense and comprehension. My question was very simple, and he wanted to be cute or smart about it. Oh yeah, Kell Brooks, his trainer gave him credit. What did his trainer give him credit for quitting? He might have said it was the right decision. I don't even remember him giving him credit, but obviously my question was name when the boxing public gave someone credit for quitting. You know what I'm saying? Gary Kindred. Yes, I did, and you constantly put crazy stuff, so you about to get blocked too. Keep it up, because I remember, I'm telling you guys, I remember some of you guys' names. I remember your names, and especially your goofy ass default pictures and stuff. I be remembering certain people, especially the ones that put the recurring, constant, stupid comments. Keep it up, and you will be right there with whatever that dude's name is. And Shamu, Shamu, and him will have a party. We having a block party. Keep putting them crazy stuff. Listen, I'm not making the stream about you. You said, what did I put crazy? I'm not. The whole stream is not about you. We're talking boxing stuff. I've seen you constantly. I keep seeing your face, your default picture, and I see your name, and I keep seeing you put stuff. I'm not gonna go over what you said in past streams and stuff. I'm just telling you. So heed the warning. Don't heed it. Whatever you decide to do. Anyway, but yeah, like I said before, since we're all adults with comprehension skills, name a person that got credit from the boxing public, not his own trainer, not his mama or some shit like that. I mean, that's retarded. Like, my mom will give me credit for coming in last or something because she's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Let's say they thought I was like handicapped and I was in the Special Olympics and I lost and I came in third. My mom was still, oh, you tried your best. You did it, ego. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's not gonna like crush me and she's like, oh, you was slow as fuck at that race. Like, it's my mom, you know what I mean? So I'm not talking about Kell Brooks, his brother or his wife or his own people. I'm talking about in boxing, who gets credit for quitting? Like, name someone who the public was just like, yeah, he quit, all right. He made the perfect decision. You know what I mean? It doesn't really happen. No one's really getting like praise like they get praised for a win for quitting. So that's my thoughts on the whole Rigondeaux thing. What, is Gary still going on? Listen, I don't know what Gary's saying or whatever, but listen, if you feel I said what I said, so if you don't feel you're doing anything wrong, then cool, just keep commenting. But anyway, it's really not that serious. I'm just saying, if you want to be a part of the community, be a part of the stream, then you should monitor what you put. So yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on Rigondeaux. How do I disable the scroll sound? Please explain that. I have an iPhone, so I don't know how to disable the scroll sound so you guys can't hear it. And it's hard to not scroll because there's so many comments pouring through that I can't see them all. Does anyone know that? If I have an iPhone, how do I stop the clicking noise from when I'm scrolling on? I don't know how to do that. I don't think there's an option on here directly. But anyway, like I said, under sounds, it wasn't in settings or yeah. I gotta do it because I'm on the live stream. I gotta do it. I'll just remember it for next time, and I'll see if I can play around with it. But I'm not gonna cancel the live stream when we already have 200 plus people in here. So I apologize if you guys hear a clicking. I'll try not to scroll as much. So yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, y'all Eagles Army, new media, just rep what's real in this game, because there's a lot of fake shit in this game. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I go to fight weeks, like, a lot of times I know people in the city like that don't necessarily even cover boxing in the cities that I'm at. So I usually hang out with people like that, or I just go in to fight week events, do my thing, and go back to my telly and upload the content and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I got some friends in the boxing game and acquaintances and stuff, but there's a lot of fake shit, so I don't really be around like trying to fraternize with just anybody, because the more you start talking to people in the media, the more you see, like, a lot of these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, and it's just really crazy. And the thing is very unfortunate, because I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, there's a lot of talented fighters. I've been around boxers, I've been in like training camps and seen the best people working and stuff like that. And like, you know what I mean, Andre Ward's work ethic is retarded. Like, just watching him work, like, I was like, damn. Like, I remember the day I went to Andre Ward's gym, I had some fast food before I went there because I was hungry, and then I watched Andre Ward work out, and I start feeling guilty. Like, god damn, I gotta get back in shape and start working. I'm eating fast food, and he's doing all this shit and going through 5 and 6 shirts, sweating. I mean, so it's unfortunate to me, because I think if you're a top class fighter like Lomachenko, even people like Chocolatito's not a bad fighter. I never thought that Chocolatito was a bad fighter. But what they do, what the media does, old media, what they do is they put unfair pressure on these fighters. And I know these fighters are trying, they're having training camps and dedicating their whole life to this shit. And the way the people are representing them is just, it's not logical, it's not realistic, and they're just really putting unfair fucking pressure on them to the point where now to how do you say it? It's like they're polluting the airwaves, you know what I'm saying? The airways, they're polluting it, and then now you got to clean it up and make it make sense. I never had no problem with Lomachenko, but yet some people, if they watch my videos, I guess they say, oh, you hate Lomachenko. But I'm not angry at Lomachenko. I'm not mad that he beat Rigondeaux. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just a lot of emotion in this boxing game. Like, if you do what I do, and you've done it as long as I've done, you get desensitized to this. Like I said, I have friends that I know on a personal level that I've seen get knocked out in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So what is Rigondeaux losing? I have met Rigondeaux. I like Rigondeaux. I think he's a talented fighter. You know what I mean? I make videos about Rigondeaux, but him losing is not, it's no different than Roy Jones getting knocked the fuck out and he's my favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's sad with old media, HBO hold on. Maybe you said HBO equals boxing neutrality. Explain that one. The beat arson. Explain how HBO is boxing neutrality. The beat arson. Yeah, how is, listen, beat neutrality. How is HBO boxing neutrality? Well, we got back-to-back hot seats. Okay, maybe I'll come back to him. He's ducking. I seen someone, they about to get this work. Yo, JG Sosa, tell me to calm down again. You're out of here, cause I'm not worried about what you talking about. Why I gotta calm down? I'm not even mad or anything. Just because we having a block party, get used to. Okay, A-Jish, that's who's getting it. You in the hot seat, my friend. He says, or she, or whatever this shit is, A-Jish, it says, hey, does all non-blacks get blocked? Based on what? You just asked me like a dumbass, do all non-blacks get blocked? How the fuck would I even know what any of you guys are when all I see is a tiny ass thumbnail? Most of you motherfuckers don't even have profile pictures, and it's just a name or a username. How would I know who's black? You dumb mutt, you. You see, you guys say stupid shit. How would I know who's black based on a live stream and the picture is this fucking big and some of you don't even have profile pictures and or realistic government names? So how do you got a picture of fucking Che Guevara or something and I'm supposed to know what race you are? Like, you see how stupid, everybody types stupid. You see how stupid some of these people sound? Hey, do all non-blacks get if you're not black, you get blocked? How would I know who anyone is to block them? Like, some people are mixed, some people are girls, some people are guys. How would I know what any of you guys are through a live stream? Like, hey, he's not black. His name is Superman. That's not a black name. Black people don't like Superman. Like, how would I know that? Let's vote. Listen, let's vote. So if he got ethered off of one response, everybody put your heels up. Talking about if you're not black, you're getting blocked. Like, I know what you guys are. See, that's the ignorance in boxing. You don't even know, like, you don't even think, they don't even think about what the fuck they say. They just say stupid shit. Do all non-blacks get blocked? Yet I have no knowledge of what anyone, like, this dude got a picture of Tyron Woodley. Just because you have a picture of Tyron Woodley don't make you black. You know what I mean? This other profile has the letter N, whatever the fuck that means. No picture. G. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, let me find it. I gotta find this guy. I'm sorry. He got blocked out of here for saying stupid shit. All non-blacks get blocked. I don't know about all non-blacks, but I don't know what you are, but you about to get blocked. That's what we do now. Hey, boo-boo, you about to get blood. Hold on, sorry, it's too much clicking. Man, I can't find this idiot. Oh, here he is. Sorry, y'all. There's so many comments, man. It's there's so many comments. It took a while to find them. Listen, I'm mixed. I don't give a fuck what you guys are, to be honest. Like, no offense. I don't judge my boxing based on what someone else is or like what their nationality is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about any of that. It's, people telling me, oh, hey, I'm black. I don't care what any of you guys are. You know your shit. You know your shit. He said you block all non-blacks. But like I said, that's more of the dumb shit. Okay, since we're talking about this blacks and bias and do you only block blacks, non-blacks and all this dumb shit, right? I did the video. Hold on. I don't know how many. See, look. I don't know how many of y'all watched it yet. We just gonna go in like always. You know what? I hate to admit this for y'all that keep asking. I didn't watch the Tevin Farmer fight. I still haven't seen it. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. And I haven't found it. Look. Lomachenko outclasses Rigondeaux, so the racism and hate ensues. Welcome to boxing. So somebody sent me this and called me and Dante's Boxing Nation monkeys and niggers and all this extra shit, right? And do you understand that a lot of people aren't racist in the comment section, but there were actually people who were blaming me for, because so, like, I didn't put this video out for sympathy. I don't even know you guys to want sympathy. But look, he got 31 likes. This is what I'm talking about. New media. Bardock, who got blocked. He says, you broke the first rule of the internet by feeding a troll. You get no cool points or sympathy for whatever point you're trying to push. So this is what I'm telling you about. When it comes to real life shit, I'm minding my own business watching a video with The Rock and Kevin Hart that I posted on Instagram. Some random guy that I don't know tagged me, and he's saying all these racial slurs and N-words, and it said it's a picture. Hold on, let me show you the picture again. It's a picture of blackface, right? You know what I mean? Looking like that Jay-Z video, story of OJ. I'm not black, I'm OJ. All this, you know what I mean, jigaboo shit or whatever, and racial slurs, and then dudes blaming me for it, saying, hey, you get no sympathy or cool points. I don't need cool points. What do I need cool points for? How would you guys think that I was doing that for cool points? You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing you what's out there and exposing the bullshit like I normally do. New media, Death Row East, the personification of everything I did on the West. You know what I mean? And that's what happens with race. That's why it's funny to make videos like that, because then the true racists, they rear their ugly heads into the comment section. You can tell by people's comments who's what. Look. So, listen. I posted the video about what just happened earlier today. All factual information, right? This other dude that got blocked, he says the PC police, he says it's on both sides, don't forget, right? Listen to, just look it. And someone said bullshit, and he said it's not bullshit. I mean, what's with all the great white hope nonsense trying to discredit Lomachenko's achievements, right? Well, he said, what's up with that? And I said, okay, show me what was said. I don't know this dude that tagged me. I never said anything he is claiming, etc. And he's using racial slurs. I said, when Andre Ward TKO'd Sergey Kovalev, for example, show me the YouTuber that was being harassed by black people or whoever you are claiming as this quote unquote both sides. If not, shut the fuck up. I'll be waiting. You have 2 hours to produce evidence. I just hot seated him in the comment section of both sides in any recent fight, or you'll be blocked for lying because I continually see your username post dumbass comments on my videos, right? And to rebuttal his other issue, I said, how is saying Great White Hope equivalent to calling someone the N-word or monkey and lying, saying they are claiming the fight was rigged in the Illuminati? And his response was, because it's trying to discredit Lomachenko's achievements as a sportsman just because he's European, as I just said. Now, let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. People, see, I'm not saying racism doesn't occur. I'm not saying racism doesn't occur to multitudes of people, different people. But this is the type of bullshit I'm talking about. So this independent situation just happened, and I was involved in it. It was tagged. I was DBN and me were tagged in this straight bullshit or whatever, with all racial innuendos and monkeys and monkey emojis and all this stuff. And this dude, this fool is saying that, what's up with this Great White Hope? They want it to be even so bad. They want it to be equivalent so bad, like there's the same type. Now, don't get me wrong. There's people of all creeds and races that are racist. You know what I mean? I'm sure there are some black people who are calling Lomachenko all kinds of names. I haven't personally been tagged in any of those situations, so I can't really speak. And I have a popular channel with 100,000 plus people, and from my comments, I haven't, Jeff, you're about to be out of here, and I haven't personally seen it. Now, listen, now we got another hot seat. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to Derek Keel's $10 super chat. I tell y'all them yellow and them orange super chats. Jeff, you part of the problem. Jeff, you in the hot seat. He just said, who cares? Okay, so you just interrupted me in the stream and you're disrupting it. So you're talking about who cares. Why is this not an issue? Why don't you care? Because if you're saying who cares, that sounds like you don't care. So please explain. You know, there ain't no aw man to it. Aw man my ass. Explain to me why you just put who cares. Everybody get your popcorn, because this is what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers like, my name is Jeff. You're part of the problem. You talking about who cares. So we're waiting, Jeff. Come on, Jeffrey. You want to interrupt the stream with stupid shit? Cool. We got a hot seat exclusively for you. So Chris Adams, I promise you, we catching bodies. You're next. Chris Adams. Everybody remember the name Chris Adams. He's next. Y'all keep putting this stupid shit. Y'all going down. Because why are people caring who is black and white? No, you're not gonna do. So you put who cares. That doesn't. Now it sounds like you're trying to back off the blocks. There are white champions like Triple G. Now you're trying to back off the blocks. I'm talking in the middle of what the dialogue between me and someone, and you put who cares, and then all of a sudden now you're trying to back off the blocks and like, hey, who cares who's black and white? That's not what you meant. That's not what you meant. Everybody, let's vote, because I got to get to the next hot seat. If Jeff puts some stupid shit, everybody put your L's up. We going. I'm running through. I promise. I'm running through all of boxing. I told you I'm the Punisher. I'm Frank Castle. Bye bye, Jeff. And then Chris Adams, you next. Keep putting this dumb shit. Chris Adams said it's just boxing though. Okay, so explain to me how it's just boxing when people are going out of their way to tag me. I've already admitted Lomachenko beat Rigondeaux, he outclassed him, he won, and people are putting racial slurs, and you talking about it's just boxing. So please explain how it's just boxing when they're tagging me in monkey emojis and racial slurs. So how's that, Chris Adams? See, once again, I'm telling you, new media, this is what you guys listen, read, listen to what people say. Chris Adams says it's just trolls. Minimalizing. Why acknowledge them? Because it's an issue in boxing, and I use one particular example just so people get to see. I'm not doing videos every single day about every troll comment I get, right? I mean, you guys look at my content, but the one time if you look at my whole videos for the last 2 weeks, tell me how many videos are from in direct response to one specific comment from a troll. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. People like Chris Adams, you are the problem. You're talking, why acknowledge them? Because it needs to be seen. People need to understand what's going on. People need to see it. I'm a realist. I don't sweep stuff under the rug like you. You want to act like all the problems in America don't exist. Like, oh, hey, why acknowledge them? They're just trolls. They're little kids. How am I, listen, now you're getting bodied. Listen. You getting bodied. He said you're feeding the trolls. I blocked the guy's username and I blocked his picture. So it's not really feeding a troll because they get no publicity off of me. I'm just using it simply based on his message that he sent to me and DBN, right? So how's that feeding the trolls? And if there's real life problem, okay, Chris Adams, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Where do you live? What city do you live in? That's for Chris Adams. What city do you live in? You live in California. What city? Not what state. See, y'all can't even follow directions. What city? I know it. State. I'm asking what city you live in. You live in Cali. What city? I said, hey, what city you live in? Cali. Oh, the state. What city do you live in? Los Angeles. Okay, perfect. You live in LA, which is very vague because there's a lot of random places. I don't think you really live in LA, but I think you're just saying that because there's so many. There's like Ventura. There's like all these little like Linwoods and stuff, but you're just live in LA, the place that everyone knows. But whatever. We'll use LA. So you live in LA, and let's say there was a string of murders, unsolved murders. People were going to gas stations and different stuff like that, right? And they were going to public places, Target, and they were getting shot. They were getting sniped. And everybody's on high alert. The cops on high alert. Would you not talk about it? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Is that feeding the troll? Or are you talking about what's really happening in real time? A real life situation. Not that you created the situation, but it's a fact. It's a reality. Hey, everybody lock your doors. Make sure your car doors are locked. Make sure you try to travel with people. Get pepper spray. So by talking about it, are you doing anything wrong? Because you're telling me by exposing someone, and I'm not even giving them credit for it, right? You're telling me I'm the problem. You're saying, oh, why feed the trolls? So by me bringing awareness, I'm the problem. That's what you're basically saying. So in October, when they have breast cancer awareness, so I guess the people who are bringing awareness to it, they're actually, in fact, using your logic, they're feeding cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like they're actually helping cancer in some kind of way. That doesn't make sense to me. They're spreading breast cancer awareness because not that they can prevent cancer, but they can at least tell females like, oh, for breast cancer, go get checked. See if you have lumps. Make sure you go to your doctor. Make sure you eat a bowl of oatmeal and eat healthy or whatever the fuck they tell you. You know what I'm saying? But in your brain, you're telling me I'm the problem. Just like I said, if people were getting killed at an alarming rate by like the DC sniper in the LA area, you're not gonna talk about it? That's feeding the trolls. So you're helping the killer by giving him publicity. And go. We're waiting for you. Like, hey, you're just blowing the killer up. You're just giving him credit. It sounds stupid. Like I say, you're part of the problem. Ego, that's a different scenario. This race game has been around for centuries. It's not going to end. It's not, of course, it's a different scenario because I use a different logic, but the moral is the same. It's a problem, and if you address the problem, people come out and actually they're angry with you and saying you're doing something wrong. Oh, we're not gonna give you sympathy. You're just playing the race card, or this is happening to Loma too. You know what I'm saying? Where's Chris? Do you see how he just disappeared? Where's Chris Adams at? like I said, so if somebody's in your city and they spraying up and killing people, you wouldn't talk about it because that's blowing the killer up, right? Listen, I'm not going back over what I already said. So people who just joined the live stream, you got to catch the replay, or maybe people are generous enough in the comment section to fill you in on what's going on. But I'm not going to backtrack. It's a hot seat with me and Chris Adams, who conveniently has disappeared at this moment. See, and this is what they do. Since he's ducking, I'm going to keep talking. Since he's ducking, I'll keep going with what I'm saying. That's the thing. People always try to suppress the messenger, and they get mad at you for saying it. It's not like they're disproving what you're saying. It's not like they're like, show me how that's not racist, everything that guy sent. You know what I mean? But instead of addressing the issue, they want to address me and say, hey, you're just feeding the troll. So it's my fault. So even though I was minding my own business and someone tagged me in the bullshit, right? And I put it on display, now it's back to being my fault because I'm pulling the race card and or I'm feeding the troll. So I did something, just like that guy in the comment section said. He says, oh, you broke the internet rule, you fed the troll. So once again, it's my fault. It's my fault that somebody tagged me in that and made those statements. And then people are like, hey, it's just boxing. How's it just boxing when you saying racial slurs? Listen, I really don't have no moderators in here. I have no moderators. I think this is an all-time first. I don't think I've ever not had moderators in here. They must be at like school or work or something. Where's this Chris Adams dude? Hey Christian, you got the juice now. I always see you holding it down. But Christian, can you find the Chris Adams dude and block him? Because he's clearly ducking and he's not answering. So I just added another moderator. But once again, that's what I'm talking about. These are people that are part of the problem. See, and the thing is, you can always see when someone's part of the problem because I'm showing you guys an example of what just happened, and it has literally nothing to do with sympathy. I don't need sympathy. I don't know most of you guys, any of you guys really, on a personal level. You know what I mean? So I don't need sympathy from you. I'm just showing you and I'm exposing the bullshit. And then I get blamed. I get blamed for it. They're not disproving what I'm saying. They're saying, hey, you're just feeding the trolls, man. You're feeding, you know what I mean? So again, it goes full circle and it comes back to me. It comes back to me for bringing it up. I should have never said anything. I should have just seen it, endured it, and then not made anyone aware of it and swept it under the rug. I'm not doing that. And I have the power to not do that. You know what I'm saying? The channel's big enough, and I want the maximum amount of people to see it. If you're in this live stream, hit the like button. But this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. This is the type of stuff that they do. And then they disappear into hiding. You know, if you the Chris Adams dudes that lives in LA, you know if people were out in your city shooting, you would talk about it. You would tell your friends like, hey, be careful, bro. There's someone out here killing people. You know what I mean? You would try to bring awareness so people could be aware of it, see it firsthand, what you're talking about. I know he don't live in LA because he used the most basic. First of all, he said Cali, which when I asked him the city, and then he used the most basic place in California. Oh, Los Angeles. I live in Hollywood. Oh, okay. The one place that everyone knows the name of. He didn't want to tell me his real city because he probably thought I was going to try to send people or something. I don't know. But anyway, listen, the people who want to sweep it on the rug and act like it doesn't exist and minimalize it, they are the problem. Shout out to Christian for handling that light work and getting them out of here. We having a block party. But it's like they don't want to acknowledge what your eyes are seeing. You just seen the pure racism, racial slurs, but it's like, oh, you monkeys, you guys just play the race card. Once again, it's back to I'm the problem. It's my fault that someone tagged me in it. Or this is another trick. I'm telling you all the tricks that I know that they do. Here's another trick that they do. and on top of minimalizing it, they'll do it's like they'll minimalize it by comparison. You know what I mean? They'll say, oh yeah, but Lomachenko, people call him racist stuff all the time. I mean, me personally, I haven't seen, like, the stuff I'm seeing about Lomachenko, I personally, I'm being 100% honest, I haven't seen people calling him racial slurs. I don't even know what you would call a guy from the Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know a racial term for guys from the Ukraine, but I'm not racist, so I mean, rightfully so. I can't think of anything that you would call to demean a guy from the Ukraine, right? But we know calling someone a monkey or the N-word, we know the implications of that in America. You know what I mean? And why would you even attempt to compare tragedies? You feel me? That's the dumb shit Donald Trump did when he went to Puerto Rico. He was like, I hate to tell you, Puerto Rico, you really screwed up the budget. I mean, how many people died? 16? Hurricane Katrina was way worse. You're fired. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so because Hurricane Katrina killed more people, does that affect Puerto Rico anyway? Hurricane Katrina, they lived through it. They've rebuilt. They play basketball in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Pelicans and shit like that. So they've lived through their tragedy. The current tragedy is Puerto Rico. People haven't had, you know what I mean, at some point hadn't had power for 60 days and shit like that. So again, why would you even compare tragedies? That's like saying, oh man, fuck the Holocaust. Them Native Americans, they were raped, pillaged, their women got raped, and they were exposed to diseases that they didn't already have. I mean, it's all fucked up. From the Holocaust to slavery to what happened to the Native Americans. Why would you guys compare tragedies? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing you what happened right now in real time. And you say, oh, but people call Lomachenko something all the time. I haven't really seen that. I haven't seen racial slurs towards Lomachenko. Like, the things I've seen are people, a lot of them saying stuff I've said, like, he's not #1 pound for pound, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Or he has more to prove, or even like some people trash talk, like Mikey Garcia would beat his ass or Terrence Crawford beat it, but I'm not seeing no one call him any racial slurs. I haven't really seen that personally. And I have a channel that's popular. You know what I mean? I have 100,000 plus verified channel or people on my channel, and I have 75,000, 77 or whatever on Instagram, not to mention Facebook. And I'm not seeing, I promise you, I haven't seen one person call Lomachenko a racial slur from what I've seen on my comments. You know what I'm saying? But again, why compare tragedies? So let's say you had a friend and she came crying, she just got back from the police station and she got raped. And you're like, oh, my cousin got raped. She got raped by her own dad. So, I mean, what are you crying for? That's the equivalent. Like, would you guys do that? If you had a friend and be like, oh, she got raped when she was a little kid. You at least got raped when you were 28. Like, who compares stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So these are the strategies that they use. The racists. This is the strategy. Minimalize it. You guys are crying. You guys keep bitching. Everybody's, I guess, talking shit about Lomachenko and racial slurs and trying to do some comparative thing. And then this is the thing. This is the thing. Show me the proof. You remember on Jerry Maguire where he's like, show me the money. Show me the proof. Like, because I'm telling you, I have multiple popular platforms with hundreds of thousands of people that subscribe and follow, and I personally haven't seen what some people are claiming on the other side or whatever. Like, people, like what did anyone call Lomachenko that's a racial slur? Somebody just type it in the comment section. What racial slur did they call Lomachenko? I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen people talk shit, like I said, say Rigondeaux gonna break his jaw or some shit like that. But that's just shit talk. Calling someone an N-word is not, that's beyond shit talk, because now you're not even just talking about a specific instance, you're demeaning of people. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I love about the live streams. Why is it always crickets when certain questions are asked? When I do a video and I can't talk back independently to everybody in the comment section, I'm hearing all of this. And now we're live and now it's all quiet on the Western Front. What racial slur have you seen anyone call Lomachenko? And then we'll vote. Okay, a lot of people call Lomachenko the Great White Hype. That is not a racial slur. How is that a racial slur? Listen, I'm about to body you, cause you listen, you about to get bodied. Watch me make an example. Nope. Let me find his name. His name is Landy. Landy, we about to Landy you. He says a lot of people call Lomachenko the Great White Hype. I called him that, right? But I wasn't saying it being racist. So please explain to the crowd, Landy, how calling someone a Great White Hope is a known racial slur. No, okay, Nick Martinez, I promise you, you agree with it, you gonna get it next. All right, Landy, he said, I mean, you could say he's a hype job. No, fuck all that extra shit you talking. Explain to me how calling someone a Great White Hope is a racial slur. You don't tell me about other things you can call them. I'm saying, how is that prove someone their intent is from a place of racism by saying the Great White Hope? Come on, Landy, we waiting. See this? Y'all should have kept these comments on that other video where I can't respond to everybody. But this is that live stream. This is that live stream. We waiting on you, Landy. I tell you, I'm catching bodies today. See how it's always an excuse? Yesterday, dude said my internet's not working. This dude now says your chat's not letting me type. Who believes that? So it was letting you type the whole time, and then when you get called out for the hot seat, it's not letting you type. And okay, and you're typing right now. He says it thinks I'm spamming. Why calling him a white hype? You're typing now, but you're telling me how you can't type. Sounds like excuses to me. You had no problem typing. You're continuing to type, but you're not answering the question. Hey, Christian, because you're a new mod, don't block him. I'll do the blocking on that one, because some of the mods, like when they see someone getting their ass beat in the hot seat, they'll try to block them. Don't do that. Okay, now he's saying it won't let me type too much. It sounds like you keep typing, but you keep telling us how you can't type. That doesn't sound realistic. I'm just saying, guys, why call him the white hype? No, don't ask us questions, guys. Shout out to Mexico. Don't ask us questions when you should be answering a question. I asked you one question. All you have to do is answer it, and then you can ask questions to your little heart's content if you make it past that point. But you're ducking. You keep saying your connection's broken, you can't type, but you're typing. Once again, I'm going to ask you the same question. Don't ask us questions. Don't duck and dodge and wait forever. Once again, how can you prove by calling Lomachenko the Great White Hype, or Great White Hope, excuse me, Great White Hope, that someone is a racist from that? Explain the history on calling someone a Great White Hope, right? And how that's affected races for so many years. See, I tell you, they want the actual people, they want to make everything equal. They want to make it equal so bad when it's not. So-and-so said, clip your fingernails. You're blocked. You worried about my fingernails because you know you can't fuck with me in this hot seat. So you worried about stupid shit. Where is Landy at, man? Listen, I got $150. I got $150, right? That I won't lose this. I'll pay Landy if I lose this. Okay, he's asking more questions. So let's call him a hype job, maybe. Hold on. I don't see his response. Oh, okay, so his excuse me. His response is because calling him a great white hype is referring to his race. Listen to what they do. Listen to what they do. I asked you a question, you responded, but you still didn't answer the question. Explain to me the history of calling someone a great white hope, which is what you said initially, calling someone a great white hope, how that has been a known racial slanderous term to bring down a race, and how it proves that someone is racist from saying it. We know in this society, if you call someone a nig, you know what I mean, N-I-G-G-E-R, we know the implications of that, and there's no other justification for that word, with the E-R especially, you know what I mean? There's no other justification of how you meant that. I never said hope, I said hype, referring to him as a hype job. What do you guys think? Should I body this man? Someone said Landy is drowning. Y'all want me to zip him? If y'all want me to zip him, say zip him, or can I get a hell yeah? Landy gotta go. Landy gotta go. All you have to put is hell yeah or zip him. I'm gonna zip him. I'm gonna zip this kid, man. Y'all want me to pulverize him, or y'all want me to just zip him a little bit? Either way, he gotta go. All right, here's how we do this. Okay. First of all, like, I never called Lomachenko the great white hype. Me personally, I have called him. I said the media is looking for a great white hope. So if you guys look up the word hope, that's not even a negative connotation. The word hope is not a negative word. Like if you look up what hope means, that's optimism. Hold on. I'm gonna zip this kid. It's cool. Y'all just gotta be patient real quick while I pull up some actual facts, new media style. Look it. Hope, noun, a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. A feeling of trust. So me, once again, for me, I have called him a great white hope, or I say the media is looking for a great white hope. I just read you the clinical Webster's dictionary definition of a hope. Feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen, a feeling of trust. So that's not even a negative connotation to say something is a hope. To say something is a hope, right? Calling someone a N-I-G-G-E-R, there's nothing positive about the history of that word. That's one difference. Hope is good, man. That's why I keep saying hype. Okay, now you want to get body with you want to play semantics with me? With the kid? Okay. Okay. Y'all want me to zip this kid? Okay. Tell me, listen. Naveed, yo ego, why you explain yourself? Why are you watching? If you don't want to be on here, you don't care, or you don't like what I'm doing, peace. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Y'all want me to zip this kid? I told you, these young boys can't beat me. I'm gonna explain to you how this game works. They want to make it even so, bad, but these situations aren't. Right? Y'all want me to zip them? Okay. So there's a boxing movie, and what does that say? Starring Samuel L. Jackson, Jeff Goldblum, Peter Berg, who's actually a really good director, John Lovitz, and Damon Wayans, and Jamie Foxx. It's called The Great White Hype, right? Great White Hype. It's a boxing movie. The Great White Hype. So, once again, there's a movie, a Hollywood movie called The Great White Hype, which is actually a good movie, right? So, you mean to tell me, since this is such a historically racial and racially sensitive word, that Hollywood's gonna come out with a movie with the same exact title, The Great White Hype, and not only that, actually have a white actor acting in it? You know what I'm saying? Peter Berg, who's He actually directed that Mark Wahlberg the Boston what's it called? The Boston Massacre bombing movie, right? He said, ego, you got me. I never heard of that. I know I got you. I told you I was about to zip you. So they have a movie. Name one Hollywood movie you know that's called Nigger. Or called These Black Monkeys and all this extra shit. Porch monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Nick Martinez, I promise you, you got next. You got next in the hot seat. I promise you. We're not getting back to shit. Listen, you might as well leave because you getting zipped up next. But anyway, they have a movie. They have a Hollywood movie called The Great White Hype. You know what I mean? You're trying to make it sound like this is a racial slur, but they have a movie. I'm showing you guys. They have a movie that was a good movie with Jamie Foxx, Samuel L. Jackson, Damon Wayans, Peter Berg, right? They have a movie called that. They don't usually typically name movies after known racial slurs. I typically don't see that. I don't remember a movie unless they were just doing it for pure controversy. Like N-word, the movie. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that. So calling Lomachenko, we already discussed a great white hope. We're saying with the media, we're talking about, I tell you, y'all want it to be even so bad, but it's not. It's not. Calling someone an N-word, pictures of monkeys and stuff, we know the connotation behind that. Anyway, he gave up, so he's just getting blocked. So he already gave up, so he surrendered. He said, I give, so I don't even need to vote. Bye-bye, Landy. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they want it to be even so bad, the people who are settling for, hey, why are you calling Loma a great white hype or hope? There's not a known racial history behind that phrase. You know what I mean? And when people are calling someone a great white hope in general, what they're saying is they're looking for that next person, the next Caucasian person that looks Caucasian, blue-eyed, light pigment, you know what I'm saying? And they're looking for that next successor to be. Thank you to J-Dog. We got one of our regular mods in here too. Now, we got another hot seat back to back. I'm catching bodies today, I promise you. Where's all right, Nick Martinez. He kept putting stupid stuff. I don't remember verbatim what he said on some of the other comments, but his latest one that put him in the hot seat is, can we just get back to boxing? So, Mr. Nick Martinez, when I'm talking about something, when you have, this is America. This is America, people. You have, YouTube does, they have over like 50 million hours of content uploaded every couple of hours, right? This is America. You have the freedom, Nick Martinez, to go to a vast array of different YouTube channels, new to old. Some people talk boxing, others don't talk boxing. They just have interviews and gym scenes. And you choose to stay on this stream. We're talking about a real life situation with real examples that I could show you, and you say, can we get back to boxing? So tell me why it's so imperative that you stay on the stream and listen to something that you don't want to listen to, and try to convince the YouTube host, the channel owner, you try to convince me to talk about something else. He said, I respect it, but thought this was a boxing channel. Came to hear a Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux breakdown. Okay, this is a boxing channel. I mean, that doesn't change. We're not, and if you think about it, we're talking about boxing situations. We're talking about what has transcended from a boxing fight. I'm not talking about Lomachenko's dog, something that has nothing to do with boxing, right? I'm not talking about politics in general, you know what I mean? So once again, why are you so adamant through your multiple comments to get us off of this subject? And my other question to you, part B, is why, if you don't like the comment and you were here, you stayed long enough to get hot seated and you left your other comment minutes ago. So why are you in the comments? Why'd you stay long enough? If I'm like, oh, they talking about some bullshit or some stuff I don't care about, I would leave. But you didn't leave. you chose to stay. So why did you choose to stay when you found out we weren't talking about a Rigondeaux Lomachenko breakdown, which I've already broke down on several videos in the stream and multiple times in regular videos. So instead of going to those videos or to another channel, you stay and you tell me to not talk about this. So explain those things. Nick Martinez. Hey, I thought we were here for... So the moment you found out that this particular moment of a random live stream where we talk about a ton of things, I'm not going to talk about this the whole time. You see the title. It says Tyson Fury. We got other things to talk about. But once again, why'd you stay? It says Loma spot. Yeah. So you knew. Those other things why I stayed. Okay. So now get that. So why are you trying to rush us off the situation? Nobody else seems to be complaining but you and a couple people that got hot seated and I just bodied them. So once again, why do you want us off this subject so bad? Because once again, like I said to the other dude, you are part of the problem. That's why. Because you want to sweep it under the rug and get back to boxing, because boxing is fun. You know what I mean? Talking about race as it pertains to boxing, that's uncomfortable and it makes people uncomfortable. So it's like, yeah, okay, we get it, stop crying, don't talk about this. No rush, just dividing your own chat, LOL, not like anyone. Okay, that's his last response. Did he do a good job, y'all? If he did, let me know. If he didn't, put his L's up. That's what I'm saying. We exterminating the bullshit, new media style. So you didn't, in my opinion, you didn't intelligently justify why you want us to stop talking about a situation like this. Moderator, get Nick Martinez out of here. The people have spoken. See, and this is how you know it's the bullshit. Nick Martinez gotta go. The people have spoken. One of my moderators, shout out to my dude J Dog. But this is how you know when it's a problem, because people hate the subject, yet he stayed in the conversation. Instead of being like, let's say I went to a cooking channel, right? I'm not a dictator at all, but there will be justice out this motherfucker. Let's say I went to a cooking channel and I thought they tricked me. It was clickbait or something. I thought it was how to make a nice pot of spaghetti. And then I get on there and they're talking about something totally different. They're talking about Donald Trump and politics. Then I would leave. I'd be like, oh, I thought it was a spaghetti recipe, right? I thought it was a spaghetti recipe and they talking politics. I'm out of here. But he stayed. So that shows you people like Nick Martinez, they're part of the problem, because they stay, they're here, they're cognizant, they're not denying what you're saying, but they stay. They stay and watch and hear and complain about you doing it as you go. Who the fuck is Simon Says? Simon Says don't want, you know how many bodies I've already caught today? Simon don't want no work with me. Anyway, I don't know who that is. So anyway, that's just what it is. This whole Lomachenko Rigondeaux situation has created some kind of turf war, race war bullshit that has transpired and created other stuff. But I just want you guys to see it. That's the whole point. I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. Like, once again, he's comparing. He said, I mean, what's with all this great white hope nonsense trying to discredit Loma's achievements, right? Then he goes on to say, because it's trying to discredit Loma's achievements as a sportsman just because he's European, as I said. So, since I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity, like I said, unlike this video, this dude already got blocked because he's on some bullshit. So, once again, if you agree with what he's talking about, he says calling someone a great white hope, and he says calling someone a great white hope is discrediting Lomachenko's achievements as a sportsman just because he's European. How? How is that discrediting him for because he's European? Like, they want, like I said, they want it to be equal so bad. They want it to be equal so bad, but it's like, how are you, like, I'm not, the stuff I've said about Lomachenko has nothing to do with because he's from Eastern Europe. Like, that has nothing to do with it. But they're trying to make it like that has something to do with it. But if you go to a Floyd Mayweather video and you call him the N-word, then that has everything to do with his skin color or who he is, right? His race. So how, you know what I'm saying? How is it the same? And how, like, what Lomachenko achievement has been discredited? So listen, this is how confident I am. If you feel that I discredited Lomachenko's achievement, I have an open invitation to the hot seat right now. And you can tell me and the 200 plus people watching what I've done personally, because listen, I'm racist, I'm biased, and all this other shit you're saying. Now step up. Talk to Mr. Racist Boxingego, Mr. Bias Media, all this extra shit, right? Tell me what I've said to discredit Lomachenko. Like, I really want to hear it, because I have an open invitation to a hot seat. See, this is just like the motherfuckers that put racist shit and monkeys and stuff. They don't say that to me when I'm at the fights. I ain't heard it. You know what I'm saying? No one came up to me and, you fucking monkey. They're not doing that. So just like that, I'm giving an open invitation to the hot seat right now. Right now. So once again, the question is simple. Jump in the hot seat in front of us. You bad, right? If I discredited, like people say, see, they always say I do it in the comment section, but now you have the open opportunity, and I know some of the same motherfuckers that are leaving the comments are now watching this. Once again, if you feel I've discredited Lomachenko's achievements based on him being from the Ukraine, speak now or forever hold your peace. People are like, oh yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. People, you're discrediting Lomachenko because he's white, because he's Eastern European. You just what honestly, what achievement have I discredited based on his skin color? Like, what have I taken from him? Like, oh yeah, he should have got this and I took it. Once again, we got an open hot seat and nobody's trying to jump in it. Ain't that a bitch? But in the comment section, there's a ton of people, not a ton, but there are some people, and they always want to show face in the comment section because it's different in the comment section. Sometimes I don't read the comments, sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't respond, or sometimes I do, you know what I mean? Live, I'm here to respond. I'm here right now. I'm here right now to address this once and for all in front of the public, if that's how you feel. And once again, shout out to Christian. He said it best. Crickets. I have an open hot seat. Y'all know what the hot seat is. Y'all know what the hot seat does. Y'all know the implications if you fail the hot seat. But if you're so confident in the comment section, like the PC police dude, right, and everybody else that left similar comments, step up right now. Like Channing Tatum, step up. That's what we're waiting for. Step up. So what have Boxingego, what have I said to discredit Lomachenko because he's from the Ukraine? I heard a rat piss on cotton. See, it's like beating a dead horse, because it's like now everyone's scared. Everyone's scared in the hot seat. I'm challenging you. I'm saying anybody. There's 211 people in here, right? And nobody's stepping up. But every time I make a video, there's a couple people, oh yeah, you always take away from Loma's credit. You're by. Where are they? It's like VH1. Where are they now? Crazy. And to compare someone calling someone a great white hope to someone calling someone an N-word, please step up to that. Somebody explain how that's synonymous, and that's the equivalent. Calling someone an Nigger versus calling someone a great white hope or a great white hype, and they have a fucking movie called that. Somebody explain that one to the public too. I'm waiting on that too. We got no volunteers. Nobody yet. Like this in the comment section. He says because it's trying to compare. I asked him. I said, how is saying a great white hope equivalent to calling someone an Nigger? And he says because it's trying to discredit Lomachenko's achievements. So calling someone this word, calling someone that, is equivalent to calling someone that. A great white hope. Again, like I said, hope doesn't even have a negative connotation. Shout out to Ty Legacy. He said, he responded to dude. He said, no, they're discrediting the fucking idiots that discredit the other greats that have had to meet certain criteria to be hailed the same. Has nothing to do with Loma. Everyone has their dog, and everyone and their dog knows he's good. Who's Tommy? Tommy want this work? All right, we got a hot seat. Tommy McCarthy. All right. He says, you said that Rigondeaux and Lomachenko are very similar size, and now that Loma outclassed Rigondeaux, you said that Rigo moved up 2 weight divisions, which he did. First of all, you spelled which as if you spelling witch on a broom. So off that spelling grammatical error, I know you can't fuck with me. You spelled like Wicked Witch of the West, and you meant to put W-H-I-C-H. So, because you can't spell, I know you're not smarter than me in this subject. And he says, but if he wasn't small, he said, but if he wasn't too small for him, then why is he now? First of all, you're lying. I never said they were similar size, you fucking liar. I never once said they were similar size. I did say, however, in the video, I said I expected Lomachenko's height difference to be even more apparent, closer to a Magasa or Moises Flores, but I said his height disparity was closer to Donaire. That's what I said. I never said they were similar in size. And then I did a video the day of the fight when they did the same day weigh-in, and I made the comment that I was like, damn, Rigondeaux weighs 130 and Lomachenko's weighing almost at the max, 137.4. Plus, we don't know what they're going to rehydrate to after the morning. You know what I mean? I'm sure Lomachenko ate some lunch or whatever, maybe dinner. So once you already have a strike for lying, and then I just answered the rest of your thing. I never once said they're similar size. Stevie Wonder can tell that they're not similar size. What I did say was I expected Lomachenko to look like mad taller, like a Magasa looked. That's what I said. So go, Mr. Witch. Why are you bringing up spelling? We're talking about boxing. Because you can't spell. And you shouldn't be talking about boxing. You should be talking about night school. That's why I brought it up. Witch. You spelled witch like a witch on a broom. And you think you could defeat me? You said that in an Instagram post. I said the same thing in the Instagram post that I said in the video because I did them right back to back. What are you talking about? And back to the, see, this is what they try to do. They start bleeding on. They said they start, this is what they start doing. They start bleeding on, desperately clinging for air and all this shit. How? Okay, you said I discredited Lomachenko because he's Eastern European. That's the whole argument. So where's that part? Where's that part of your argument? Me discrediting Loma because he's Eastern Euro. Someone used rush hour. They said wipe yourself off, you dead. So anyway, get to that part of the argument. How I all right, we got another hot seat right after that. I'm catching bodies today. So anyway, how did I discredit Lomachenko because he's from Eastern European? Come on, Tommy. Man, I made a spelling mistake. No, you didn't make a mistake. You don't know how to spell, and you need to work on that. But who cares about that? How did I discredit Lomachenko because he's Eastern European? from the Ukraine. That, fuck the spelling and all that. So see, this is what they do when they start getting bodied. They start picking up on the most minuscule part. The spelling stuff, I said that like 5 minutes ago. No one's even caring about that. Let's vote. He says, I never said you discredited him. Then why are you in the hot seat? That's the whole point of you being in the hot seat. You said, I said, anyone want to step up, and now you copping a plea. And I never said you discredited him. So what were you arguing if I never discredited him? Vote. What do y'all think? I look. Okay. All right, so he's out of here. We got another one. I'm running through people today. MMG fan, you're up next. You just said Tommy took the W. How did he take the W? Come on, Tommy. How did he take a W? What did he say when he just copped a plea at the end? And you're getting one response because I know you're on some bullshit. So make it your best response. How did he beat me? MMG fan 1. I said L after look. Blocked, nope, because you was playing games. I'm telling you, I'm not playing out here. You're blocked too. Because he said W. You said he got the W, and then you playing games and say, oh, okay, you got the L. We're not playing games today. 162 people left. At this rate, you'll be alone soon. 162 people didn't leave. And I don't care if I'm alone. There's this thing called this replay. I don't care. I'll block everybody. Everybody talking crazy, they all get blocked. We having a block party. I don't care about that. My paychecks don't suffer. Trust me. So, I mean, you could count how many views are in here. None of that matters to me. As long as I get the points out that I feel the boxing public needs. Y'all want me to go back and, because there's someone else that said something crazy. You want me to go back and body someone else, or you want to just keep going? If y'all want another hot seat, put hot seat. Because I seen another dude who was tripping too. Hold on, let me find him so I can call him out. All right, damn, we got a lot of comments that I can't. Oh man, he might be safe because I can't find this shit, and I don't want to wait all day for him. I think, damn, he might have got away because I can't find his comments, people, and I don't want to keep going waiting all day. Damn it. See, it's too many people in the hot seat. It's like I can't. I'm really trying to find him too. I can't find him. He got away, y'all. But yeah, he got away. Fuck. That hot seat got away. I can't find his comment. But you know what else is crazy about this boxing game? Can we play a game? It's called the truth game. Y'all want to play the truth game? Y'all want to play the truth game? It's very simple, people. All you got to do is tell the truth. Can we all agree to tell the truth? I'm going to ask a question. All you have to do is be truthful. Right? Truth game. This is going to be a regular thing. We need to play the truth game. Ego Army, stand up. Let's play the truth game. So, hypothetically, let's say Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez didn't lose to Sor Rungvisai in the first or second fight. Right? Hypothetically, let's say let's erase those fights. let's say he beat Carlos Cuadras and then he moved up to fight. He moved up 2 divisions to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux at 122, and Rigondeaux stopped him or made him quit, right? If that happened, how much credit would you give Rigondeaux for it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you pick Chocolatito to beat Rigondeaux, how much credit would you give him on a scale of 0 to 10? Truth game. Let me know how much credit you would give him. Would you say it was like the best performance ever? He gets a solid 10. How much credit would you give? $10? 5, 4, 5, 2, 7. Well, I said if Rigondeaux stopped Chocolatito. See, we're kind of all over the place. People are saying different stuff. Now, okay, so I'm gonna ask the person, one of the early people, Thomas Boxing Reed. You would give Rigondeaux a 10. Why would you get Thomas Boxing Reed if Rigondeaux, who's fought at 122 and fought bigger guys, right? If he stopped Chocolatito, who moved up from 115, moved up 2 weight classes, why would it be a 10 for you, Thomas Reed? Why would you give him a 10 and be like, that was phenomenal? He says, you good, man. Okay, now answer my question. What does me being good have to do with anything? Once again, you said you would give him a 10. No, I never said if Roman Chocolatito stops Rigondeaux. I'm saying if Rigondeaux at 122 stopped Chocolatito, if he moved up 2 divisions. Okay, you just said you win me. Listen, I wasn't even really trying to put you in the hot seat, but now you in the hot seat. Why would you give, or not why, explain why you would give Rigondeaux a solid 10 out of a 10 in terms of how impressed you are by beating Chocolatito, who was moving up 2 weight classes with no tune-up. No, I'm asking you, Thomas Reed, you're in the hot seat now. He keeps saying, you good, man. You won me. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't win dudes. You guys put weird stuff. You won me. Oh, fuck yeah. You won me, ego. Listen. Oh my gosh. What's taking so long? Why does it always take forever? Why does it take so long? Where's Thomas Reed? Should we count down? Y'all want to count down, or are we gonna wait for him? See? That's what I'm saying. They say the stuff, and then when they're on the spot in the hot seat, it's just like, it's just quiet. Like, what? I don't understand it. $15. 10. 6. See, not good boxing. You're out of here. You're wasting everyone's time. Blocked. He waited the last minute. His response was not good boxing. What does that even mean? First of all, he was hitting on me or whatever the fuck that was. He's like, you good, ego? Oh, fuck yeah, you won me. You're done. You're out of here. I don't like dudes anyway. You won me, ego. You fucking won me. But you know what the funny thing? Rigondeaux quit. But you know what's even funnier? Y'all motherfuckers is quitting in the hot seat. I'm Lomachenko. I'm Lomas and ego, motherfucker. Because y'all quitting in this hot seat. You get put in the hot seat and all of a sudden you don't come out. You don't come off the stool. So yep, haha, Rigondeaux quit, but haha, you guys are quitting in the stool too. I'm like, hey, so answer what you just said. Oh, you won me, ego. You fucking won me. No good boxing. And talking like Yoda and shit. Boxing no good. Like, what are you talking about? How come every time you're in the hot seat, they quit? Egochenko. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm young, no mas and ego, man. Okay, now I'll give my thoughts for you guys since we had another quitter in the hot seat. My thoughts are this: Rigondeaux, if he beat Chocolatito, keep in mind, HBO told me, even though I never agreed, they said he had like he was close to Mayweather's record, 48 fights or whatever, very close, and he was #1 pound for pound in HBO's eyes. They were pushing that heavy. If Rigondeaux, if he moved up 2 weight classes, even if I picked Chocolatito to win for some reason, which I never would, but even if I did, and Rigondeaux stopped him, I'd be like, okay, like damn, I would give Rigondeaux credit for beating him, but once again, I wouldn't give him the maximum amount of credit. Like I wouldn't be as impressed as if Rigondeaux did what he did to Donaire, because he was up against it with Donaire. Donaire had a better resume, hadn't lost in 11 years, was bigger than him, was equally fast and strong, stuff like that. So I always try to put these wins into perspective. And some of you guys are once again brainwashed and full of shit. People say you're hating if you bring up subtle things. Did I predict Rigondeaux to beat Lomachenko? Absolutely. See, I'm a man of integrity and I'm a man of my word. The reason I picked Rigondeaux, it had nothing to do with I didn't know he was smaller. I didn't know he was traveling 2 weight classes up. I thought him particularly, even though I'm not a big fan, and the proof is I made a video last year called Daring to Be Great. Daring to Be Great, right? And it was about Amir Khan and Kell Brooks, how them moving up, it was a stupid move. And the reason why I was accepting of the Rigondeaux-Lomachenko fight, because unlike Kell Brooks and Amir Khan and Kell Brooks, in my opinion, right, they haven't made their mark as welterweights in terms of I've proven without a shadow of a doubt I am truly the best welterweight. Whereas Rigondeaux had proven I am absolutely the best guy at 122. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just watched that tall ass, what's the dude? He fought on the Cotto undercard. Ray something, the Mexican dude. I watched him, and his fight was cool. It was all right. But I don't think he's fucking with Rigondeaux. Moises Flores. So to me, Rigondeaux had proven he's the best at 122, and he was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. So I thought he could come out with the perfect game plan. And even though things were stacked against him, which we all knew, he could get it done. In seeing it, you see that, oh, okay, Lomachenko was too young, too skillful, too crafty, had the size advantage, had the purse advantage, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't work out for for Rigondeaux. So I do give him credit because, once again, like I said, I put it in perspective. Not everyone would have made Rigondeaux quit and retire on the stool. Most people probably wouldn't at 130. But I know for a fact, y'all are full of shit. If Tank Davis knocked out Rigondeaux, same situation. See, and this is the difference. I think Tank Davis, I'm not saying he could beat Lomachenko. I'd have to see it. But, I mean, I would favor Lomachenko because I think Lomachenko's the best at 130. However, Tank has brute force. So if Tank were to beat Rigondeaux, in the same situation, jumping up 2 weight, it would have been more destructive because of his style. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, because we know Tank's affiliated in his association with Floyd Mayweather, you motherfuckers would not be giving... Tank don't have 2 gold medals like Lomachenko. You guys would not be giving Tank Davis credit for probably what, in my estimation, if he could beat Rigondeaux, it would be, from my estimation, it would be more of a physical destruction of Rigondeaux. Like Rigondeaux would have got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't have been able to, if that happened, right? And you guys wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Tank's the best thing ever. You would be like, he just beat out a little Rigondeaux. So, I mean, it is what it is. I put wins in perspective. I definitely, you guys can say whatever, oh, you're hating. I give Lomachenko credit because, once again, not anyone would have done that to Lomachenko. You have to be extremely good and extremely skillful to make a 2-time gold medalist quit, even at a weight deficit. I mean, to make anybody quit, you must have did enough of the right things, especially if you have Olympic background and hadn't lost in 2003. But once again, I still put wins in perspective. Like, for example, y'all want to play the truth game again? This is how we rocking in 2017 and beyond, 2018. Do y'all want to play the truth game? Y'all want to play the truth game again? Can I get a hell yeah? That's all the engagement we gonna get? Okay, we got a couple more. So, if Canelo Alvarez, I was born ready, right? If Canelo knocked out Amir Khan, a silver medalist who had no experience at that weight class, that moved up one class, versus him, if he were to just beat Triple G, what would you give credit for? It doesn't even have to be a knockout. So if Canelo convincingly beat Triple G over 12 rounds, or if he knocked out Amir Khan, one division lower, silver medalist that moved up, what win would be more powerful for Canelo's resume? If Canelo, okay, I'm gonna say it once again, Canelo Alvarez, if he moved up from 154, 155 to 160 and fought Triple G, not knocked him out because Triple G got a good chin, beat him via decision, would you be more impressed with that, or would you be more impressed with Canelo, I was born ready, knocking out Amir Khan, a division lower, who hadn't established himself as the best welterweight, but is a good fighter with experience, and he's a silver gold medalist? This is the truth game. You guys see what people are typing. As I was talking, I'm looking at the comments. Triple G's a silver medalist, Amir Khan's a silver medalist. And look at what people are saying. Obviously Triple G. So once again, how come with this whole Lomachenko-Rigondeaux situation, people like myself are giving him credit because it still takes a level of talent to produce those results, right? All right, we got a hot seat. If people want to ruin the stream, I'm going to ruin you. His name is Fazaz Raz. He says he would give Canelo more credit for beating Amir Khan. So please explain to the people why you would give Canelo more credit for fighting and beating, knocking out Amir Khan brutally, who's been knocked out at 155 from 147, than you would if he moved up and fought Triple G and beat him a decision convincingly. It don't matter if he's a troll. They all get it the same. Gang, gang. See, Ego Army up in here representing. And I love the hot seat because it just exposed the bullshit and exposes how fucking fake and how people are so desperate that they're willing to lie. And then when it comes to it, they quit, like Rigondeaux when it comes to the hot seat. So that's why I love this whole thing. So once again, why would you give, please your case, Fazalaz or whatever his name was, plead your case why you would give Canelo more credit for fighting Amir Khan coming from 147 to 155 with no rehydration clause, as opposed to Canelo moving from 54 to 60 and beating Golovkin. This is gonna be an easy one. All right, let's vote. He says because Amir Khan went in the jungle, so he's invincible. So, I mean, is that acceptable to you guys as a reason why you would give Canelo more credit? I mean, honestly, this is the truth game. Put L's up so we can get this man out of here. If he got an L, then put your L's up so we can be done with this horse shit. See, we got to get back. That's what I'm saying. People want to interrupt the stream and disrupt it. Thank you. Okay, let me block him. Where the fuck is he at? Oh, he already did a moderator already get him? Moderator, did anybody already get him? Thank you. He's gone. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. hit the like button. We got 207 people in here, and we don't have 207 likes. I like to keep it pretty even. If you're new in the stream, you get back to commenting in 1 second. Hit that like button, smash that like button. We about to do this. But once again, like I keep saying, I give Lomachenko credit. I truly do. I give him credit for beating Rigondeaux and reducing Rigondeaux to looking like that. Very effective game plan. But I still put it in perspective. And if me putting it in a perspective, if that makes me somehow a hater and somehow makes me racist, y'all got to prove that, because I don't see that. I'm just telling you how I see. And it would be no different for, like I said, Canelo. Canelo knocking out Amir Khan. Okay, he's a silver medalist. He was beating you. He was, in my opinion, he was beating you the first 4 rounds, and then you turned off his switch. Cool. But I would give him a lot more credit if you did that to Jamal Charlo. You know what I mean? Or if you beat Golovkin, even a decision. So that's what I'm saying. That's the whole basis of what I'm saying, is like, if you think about it, if you really think about it, how is it that I would give, like, and most people agreed, because you've seen the comments, we would give Canelo more credit for if he convincingly won more rounds than Golovkin and won a decision. We would give him more credit than if he brutally knocked out Amir Khan with 1 shot. And it was based on the perspective and the parameters between both of those fights. You know Triple G got a chin. You know what he comes to bring. They're both silver medalists, but based on the weight, you would have no real choice as a real boxing fan but to give Canelo more credit for taking on the taller task and just convincingly beating him. So the only people who are mad at this statement are people who are radical fans or have some inherent bias, like they work for Lomachenko or met him and got his autograph or whatever the situation, they're from the Ukraine or whatever. That's the only people that are mad at this, and I can prove it. The other way I can prove it is because what I'm saying, I'm not reinventing the wheel. Loma fucking Chenko said the same thing. He says my 2017 is not that big of a year for me. He says this win is not my biggest win. This is not the biggest win for me because Rigondeaux wasn't even in my weight class. He said that. Lomachenko said that. But when I say that, it's because I'm hating on Lomachenko. I hate people from the Ukraine. You guys sound like retarded. He could, out of his own mouth, he could say this is not my biggest win because weight mattered, basically. And he could say this stuff, that it's not the biggest win for me because he's from a different weight category. But if I say it, I'm making excuses. We could do a hot seat right now. We could do a hot seat right now. Do a hot seat right now. And somebody explain how that makes sense. How Lomachenko, the fighter who kicked Rigondeaux's ass, can say that. He can say that. Right? But then if I say it, I'm making excuses. But we're saying the same thing. I mean, the only difference is I picked Rigondeaux to beat Lomachenko because I thought he could defy those odds. And I was wrong in that because he didn't defy those odds. But aside from that, we're saying the same fucking thing. Somebody explain it. See, how come when there's a call out and I'm opening up the hot seat, you know what I'm saying? How come all of a sudden it's all quiet? It's crickets every time. I mean, here, more proof. I made a video right after this is before the fight. You guys can look. The fight was on the 9th or 7th, 8th or whatever. I made a video on the 7th, clearly before the fight. And look what it says. Size matters. Vasil Lomachenko, Guillermo Rigondeaux face off. And sized up. You know? So, once again, even though I picked Rigondeaux, see, this is Death Row East. You're not going to catch me up in a lie because I'm not lying to you guys. The title of the video is Size Matters. Size matters. So this was before the fucking fight happened, before the outcome. So once again, it's not that I lacked the knowledge that Rigondeaux would be smaller than Lomachenko, and now all of a sudden I'm trying to change it. I said that size matters, and I made the video in the comparison. The only thing I said in that video, though, because I'm an honest person, is I said I expected Lomachenko to look like a skyscraper next to Rigondeaux, like a Magasa looked, or like Moises Flores, but those guys were clearly bigger. But I also said in that particular video, I also said the difference being is Lomachenko, he's a way different puzzle than an Magasa or a Chucky Moises Flores. So a lot of people are acting like, oh, you're just making excuses. We knew everybody. Oh, I can't speak. I'm not speaking for we. I'm speaking for me. I knew that Lomachenko was bigger because I made a video before the fight called Size Matters. But once again, the only reason I picked Rigondeaux is because I thought even with that disadvantage, I thought his style and the way Lomachenko jumps in, I thought he could run Lomachenko into something, which didn't happen. Fine, cool. I lost that prediction or whatever, but it was never an issue of I didn't see that Lomachenko was bigger and had bigger size, and I didn't know Rigondeaux was moving up 2 weight classes. I mean, that's the difference, people. You know what I'm saying? and even better point. An even better point is, how am I getting blamed for something Lomachenko is agreeing with me on? Lomachenko said this is not one of my biggest wins because I was bigger than him. I mean, so someone please explain that. See, when I said that, I'm taking away credit. I never took away credit, but when I say that, you say I'm hating and taking away credit. So he's taking away credit from his win too, because he's saying the same thing. See, new media is a force, because the shit I'm saying, I can show you. New media on the case, people. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit that like button. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not reinventing the wheel. Lomachenko's a fucking beast. He's good at what he does. He's the best at 130 until otherwise proven. But, like I said, the only people who are mad at the other stuff I'm saying are people who have a clear-cut bias. Maybe some of them are racist, some of the fans or whatever, stuff like that. But I'm not saying anything. All I said is listen, I did a stream yesterday and some of you motherfuckers said Lomachenko would beat Tommy Hearns at 154. Like really? Like, is that the path you really want to go down? Like that, to me, the way, like I said, the way I came up on boxing, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to say Lomachenko can move up to 154 based on him beating a guy 2 divisions below who was a 2-time established gold medalist with 17 fights. But to say he could beat Tommy Hearns, like, come on, man. Tommy Hearns at 54 he's 6'1" and he's 78-inch reach. His reach, I did the math on the live stream. It was a very long one, so some of you guys might not have seen it. I did the math. Tommy Hearns would have a functional 12.5-inch reach advantage over fucking Lomachenko. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. He would have do you understand a ruler is 12 inches? So Tommy Hearns' reach advantage alone would be longer than a fucking ruler. You know what I'm saying? And on top of the height advantage, he's 6'1", Lomachenko's probably like 5'7". And on top of the fact that, did you guys see? That's what I'm saying. It's just a blatant fucking disrespect for the game of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that have no knowledge of the sport and its beginnings and its origin and history, and they're willing to say whatever because Loma is hot right now. And then if I counter that and I'm like, man, fuck no, you know what I mean? Then I'm the hater. I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that sucks and I am racist and all types of shit. You know what I mean? Crazy. Like, listen, I love Lomachenko. But if he fought Tommy Hearns at 154, that man would get hurt. That man would get hurt. Like, it's just, you could be good, but it's within reason. That's like when Roy Jones was at like one of his higher weights. If Floyd Mayweather fought him, it would be so unfair. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how good Floyd is, Roy is just like, he's too big for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like I said, that's the thing I have the issue with. Don't disrespect the legend. Let Loma earn his shit and earn his stripes. Knock if he makes everybody in boxing quit, great. But let's just watch it. Let's see it unfold. Just don't disrespect the legend. Oh, here, that's right. Tommy Hearns sparring Muhammad Al fucking Lee. He's sparring Muhammad Ali, and he just, oh my god, and he just hit Muhammad Ali with some shit. And he don't look much smaller. I mean, he's narrower. He's narrower. And you can say it's an older Ali or whatever, but he's narrower. Muhammad Ali's wider than him. Hey, I gotta watch that again. It looked like he was giving Ali some work. I gotta watch that again. Fuck that. But anyway, you just seen him in there with a fucking heavyweight, and he looked, like I said, he looked leaner and more narrow than the older Muhammad Ali, but he didn't look dwarfed by Muhammad Ali. He looked like he was holding his own height-wise and shit like that. And y'all talking about Tommy Hearns would lose to Lomachenko, and the dudes some of you guys are so stupid and live for the moment, so current. Look, Tommy Hearns, 6'1", 162. Like, so he kept going up and shit. Let's see Lomachenko fight at middleweight. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying he should do that, because I think that would be retarded. I don't even think Lomachenko, like, honestly, I can't picture him beating, like, a Jamal Charlo or David Lemieux or something. Not that those guys have, like, David Lemieux clearly don't have more skill than Lomachenko. But if he hits you one time, he's knocking out Curtis Stevens and actual middleweights. Mitchell Grant said, what? They are middleweights. See, you're not understanding. You're not understanding what's being said. I'm not saying Lomachenko should go to middleweight, but apparently some of the more radical fans have that type of belief system in his ability to climb up like 20-something pounds, which is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he should do that, because I don't think he should. But like I said, people really said that it really said that Lomachenko would, I mean, what's the name? Yeah, Lomachenko would beat Tommy Hearns at 54. Look, Durant fucking chin and fought even at like middleweight. Oh my god. Did y'all see? Y'all want to see it again? If y'all want to see, can I get a hell yeah? If y'all want to see this again, get them likes up, and can I get a hell yeah? This is Roberto Duran we're talking about, who had cracks, way more cracks than Lomachenko. You could say Loma has better footwork, all that extra shit. And watch what this man Tommy, oh my god. Why would he even do that? Look. Dead. The man is dead right now. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part I have the issue with. Hence why people say, like, that's why I can understand why people are saying the Great White Hope stuff, is because it's like people are getting to a point where they're disrespecting like history at a point. You know what I mean? For a guy who has 11 fights. And again, I'm not blaming Lomachenko. He didn't create this. He didn't create the monster. He didn't tell Fat Boy what to write and all that. But I mean, it's just, It's part of the game. Look, Terrence Crawford, I done heard it all. Some of y'all is just reaching too far now. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather was a monster at 130. Y'all better cut the stupid talk and put some respect on that man's name. So, once again, this is why new media keeps fucking y'all boys up. See, I'm giving you, listen, if there's another, let's say there's a competitor watching this video, I'm giving you some of the keys to success right here. And I've been doing it since January. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. So that's what this whole thing boils down to. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Like that. I'm trying to see the way to put it. Instead of letting Lomachenko just keep racking up bodies and annihilate the 130 division, maybe fight Jorge Linares, Mike Garcia if he moves up, instead of just letting it happen, it's like they're going off the deep end, the old media, because it's like they're so happy that we got a fighter that matches the profile that we want him to match. He's easy to market, he's fun-loving, he's in shape, so you know what I mean, he's not fat, he's athletic, he's very rhythmic, he has the amateur pedigree. So it's like they're so happy where they're putting so much on it instead of just letting that man develop and do what he does, make everybody quit. That's fine if that's what it is. If that's his his end game, then it is what it is. But I just want to see the journey, and I'm not gonna disrespect. I mean, Tommy Hearns, really. Can we do another hot? Okay, anyone in today's stream believe Lomachenko would beat Tommy Hearns at 154? And I promise you, if you say Lomachenko beats him, you'll be in immediate hot seat, and I know I'll bother you. So at the end, you're getting blocked. Is there anyone that would pick Lomachenko over Tommy the Hitman Hearns at 154 like they did yesterday? Even if you're saying that as trolling, you're still disrespecting history. And you're still disrespecting the man who can barely talk, you know what I mean, and gave his life to boxing. So, you know what I mean, I don't really have no tolerance for that. I'm talking about he'll beat Tommy Hearns. He'll give, I mean, and see, this is the thing, man. This is why new media is fucking you boys up. And there's people who have way more of a backing, way more fighters' phone numbers, and way more connections than me. And guess what? Like Jay-Z says, nobody believes you. You need more people. And that's the cold part about it. And that's why I'm confident in it. I'm confident in that even though I started how I started, the respect level, I mean, not everyone respects me, but the respect is better because you see I'm wrong. I mean, clearly, I picked Danny Garcia to beat Keith Thurman via decision. I picked Rigondeaux to beat Lomachenko. So clearly, I get it wrong. But people know in the mind how much of what I say comes true and how much doesn't, and then they can ration out. And like I said, you never see Dan Rayfield. He don't even look athletic. Like he don't even look like he don't even look like remotely like he can do any boxing drill, like do a speed bag or jump rope for two minutes. Like he can't. It don't look like he can do none of that. But he got the most to say. You feel me? And once again, how come a bunch of fighters aren't coming out of the woodwork corroborating and agreeing with what he's saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Because a ton of what I've said about fights and breakdowns and things, like even Lomachenko, I said I give him credit, but I still got to keep seeing more. Lomachenko's saying that. He said my 2017 has been okay. It's not my best year, and this is not my biggest win because Rigondeaux's not in my weight class. That's what Lomachenko said. And then same thing with, we have an undefeated great fighter in Crawford, and he's like, Floyd was a monster at 130. Y'all better cut the stupid talk and put some respect on his name. So why isn't Terrence Crawford, who I'm sure has been interviewed by Dan Rayfield and shit, why isn't he coming up and saying, you know what, Dan Rayfield, why is he's basically releasing a tweet, even though he didn't cite Dan Rayfield. We all know who started this this wildfire about Lomachenko and Pretty Boy Floyd. Why is he not agreeing with Dan Rayfield? Why is he not like, man, Floyd would get pieced up and possibly lose by Lomachenko at 130? Instead, you see these like subliminal responses like, Floyd was a monster, y'all gotta stop that stupid talk, or I've heard it all, y'all really reaching. So please explain that to me. Yet when I talk to Crawford, when I talk to Ward, there was always a mutual respect for what the other person did. Like Crawford's like, man, Andre Ward's that dude. Ward's like, Crawford's that dude. Yet how come Ward just did an interview, I think it was with the Boxing Voice, shout out to them, he was a commentator for HBO, and he said the same thing I'm saying. Go watch the videos, people. You guys gotta don't just take my word for it, like, oh, Ego said it, it must be gospel. You guys do it. I think it's on the Boxing Voice. It was that Tevin Farmer card with Salido. He was the HBO commentator, so I think the Boxing Voice caught up with him, and they're asking him questions, and he says, Lomachenko's good, he's good. Him and Mikey, that's a 50-50 fight. That's what I'm saying, right? I said that same thing, right, before Ward said it. And he also said, I don't know. He said, I don't really know where to place Lomachenko, because he said, maybe it's just me. I just haven't seen enough. And he said his career has just been too minimal. Like, meaning he has 11 fights. You know what I mean? So it's funny to me, because how is it that great, skillful fighters, undefeated fighters, they're saying the same thing. And a lot of times they're saying it after I've already even said it. You know what I mean? But when Dan Rayfield's saying that Pretty Boy Floyd would arguably get the hell beat out of him or lose to Lomachenko, what fighter has co-signed that? What great fighter has co-signed that you've seen? Please explain to me. Dan Rayfield's tweet about Lomachenko gives 130-pound Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd, hell, right? I've been searching right now, and if you're lying, you're getting blocked. But tell me one fighter that, because I just showed you a fighter who obviously is a great fighter in Crawford who disagrees with it. So please explain to me what fighter has co-signed what Dan Rayfield said. This is why new media keeps winning and keeps on ticking. Once again, somebody give me access to how I could get, because listen, I can show you everything I said. I can show you Tommy Hearns knocking out Roberto Duran. I can show you that Andre Ward, what he said about Lomachenko. Like, I told you, I'm Ego Ali. I'm ready to back up every word I'm saying. Like, these people are scared. New media. Like, I can back up everything I'm saying. I can show you. Where can Dan Rayfield? Obviously, he can't show you a fight that can't happen. But like I said, he can show by show of support. Name another popular fighter who's agreeing with Dan Rayfield. That's how you got to understand new media and stuff. It's like people want to be new media so bad, but it don't work like that. But anyway, like I said, I'm ready to pick up every word. Look, Andre Ward, shout out to my dude Sean Zettel, shout out to Boxing Voice. This is the video. On this particular video, 180,000. This is the video that I was talking about, where Andre Ward says he doesn't take anything away from Lomachenko. He says he didn't get to see the fight because he was covering the other fight. He admits that Lomachenko is good, but he also says, I don't know where to put him because his career has been so minimal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it. Man, y'all recommending the hot seat? We got another hot seat. Hold on. Okay, Ed S. put him in the hot seat. He said Floyd Mayweather, and see, and I hate doing the hot seats like this because it's a fantasy fight, but I think this one, everybody with a boxing brain, we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote on this one, and if majority rules, then he's out of here. Even though it's a fantasy fight, and normally I don't like to put stuff in because there's no conclusive way. But Ed S. said that if Floyd Mayweather fought Orlando Salido in his second pro fight, he would lose. So please explain why you believe that, Ed S. Some of y'all don't even watch boxing. I'm almost content with that. I know for a fact, because Like, again, who's willing to say that? Based on what? Floyd would lose to Orlando Salido even if he fought him in his first fight. Based on what? You know, if they're in the same division or whatever, what's Salido gonna do for him? Where's Ed S at, man? See, they always, this is what I'm talking about. It's all a bunch of this, and then they in their hot seat, and they quit like Rigondeaux, they disappear. So explain to the public why you believe, and I'll explain why I believe he wouldn't lose to him, and we'll see who wins this. Straight up gladiator style like we always do. Ed S, you've been officially put on notice. Why do you think Floyd would lose to Orlando Salido? And if he takes too long, man, we got to move on, because this is what stalls the streams is the cowards. Cowards have so much to say, and then they don't. Then they disappear. You know what I'm saying? They want to quit like Rigondeaux. See, y'all making a big deal. Rigondeaux quit, but y'all doing the same thing. Y'all ain't showing heart either. You said the comment. You're in the hot seat. People are eating popcorn, waiting. And has anyone seen him respond? All right, I'm just going to see, since we have another coward and another quitter, I'm just going to plead my case why I don't think Floyd would lose to Salido really at any point. Here. Salido has a record of 44-14. He's been knocked out 6 times. He has 4 draws, and he has double-digit losses. He just fought a guy in Mickey Roman who has a record of 57-12-0, and he got knocked out and knocked down multiple times. He lost his pro debut. See, I don't even have to scroll down, and I already know that. His very first fight in '96, he got knocked out, right? He lost to Yuriorkis Gamboa. Mikey Garcia beat his ass, and Mikey Garcia hadn't fought anybody at the time. At the time he fought Salido, that was considered his do or die fight, his step up fight. So once again, how is Salido? What has he ever showed you or ever proven? Because he beat Robert Guerrero, and then it got changed to a no contest because he was on drugs. What has he ever showed you? And I like Salido, but what has he ever showed you that shows he's fucking with Floyd? Let's vote. I made a quick case. That's some easy work. Salido can't beat Gamboa, and he can't beat Mikey Garcia, and he got knocked out in his pro debut, and he got knocked he got knocked out in his pro debut, and he got knocked out in his last fight because he just retired. But he'll beat Floyd. Yo, one of my mods, get him out of here because I already see the votes. Ed S, find him and get him out of this stream. This is big boy boxing, big boy, big girl boxing talk. This is not for the squeamish. It's not for none of that. You know what I'm saying? Once again, crazy comments that they can't even justify. Did he ever respond? I never seen a response. That's why the hot seat is so good, because you guys see the bullshit. And if you really have a point, why would you just disappear? Why would you just disappear and never come back? If you had a strong point and you could body me, like how embarrassing would that be if he picked Salido, I picked Floyd, and he had so much ammunition where he could just body me? Then that makes me look bad. Now make you look like a G. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, the old rap Lomachenko, I'm really sick of talking about it. Great fighter, skillful fighter, beat Rigondeaux. I don't buy Rigondeaux. I don't give him like pass for like quitting. To me, he quit, especially when they just said it was a bruise only and it wasn't broken. But even if it was broken, I mean, Floyd fought with fractured hands. Lomachenko, I know, fought with a fractured hand. I think in China, you know what I mean? People fought with broken jaws. And you got it. This is another reason why I give Lomachenko credit for the Rigondeaux. Excuse me. This is why I give Lomachenko credit for the Lomachenko win too, is because Lomachenko maintained the same thing. He said Rigondeaux was, see, this is the thing. He said Rigondeaux was too small, and Rigondeaux was pressing him and taunting him and making a bunch of cartoons. And Lomachenko kind of warned him. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko was like, nah, he's too small. I won't get credit for this win. But Rigondeaux kept pushing him and kept putting them comics up and shit. And they fucked around and made the fight. And then what's worse, see, Rigondeaux kind of, in hindsight, Rigondeaux kind of did himself a disservice because we know he got ducked by people closer to his weight, which would have been fights that are definitely winnable. Because Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares, and them, they don't fight like Lomachenko. And they don't have, I don't know if all of them have that massive of a skill, height, weight, and brain, ring IQ advantage. You know what I'm saying? But he got, Rigondeaux, he almost did it a little bit desperate because they didn't work out a purse that would have him financially stable. He got $400K, so you lost in an embarrassing way and quit. Only got $400K, and you were the aggressor. You know what I mean? So I have to put, like, I'm a fair person, people. I put this in the same echelon as Luis Cuba Arias and Danny Jacobs. In terms of Luis Cuba Arias was the one talking crazy to Danny Jacobs and instigating and saying, oh, who hitting the deck? He hitting the deck before me. He ain't got no chin. Same thing with J-Rock versus Jamal Charlo. J-Rock was like, hey, fight your mandatory or vacate, turkey. He did all that, and then Charlo did his thing versus him. Same thing with Charles Hatley versus Jermell, and then also Erickson and Lubin. So you have to put Rigondeaux in that same category of like I said, like Erickson, Lubins, and all them guys I just mentioned, because Rigondeaux did push for I pushed for the fight. My channel and other people, they believed in what Rigondeaux was saying, and he pushed for the fight. Lomachenko did say, to his credit, he's like, nah, I'm too big for this guy. I won't get credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So Rigondeaux kind of, he instigated it. You know what I mean? Making them comics. And then Lomachenko was like, man, fuck that. Bob Arum, I got this. So, fuck it. Someone said a lot of other YouTube channels. I don't really care what other YouTube channels are doing or saying. Like, I mean, if you guys come to my channel, you're coming from my thoughts, unless I have a special guest or anything like that. So, I mean, trust me, I'm on YouTube enough doing my own shit. I don't really get to check and catch everyone's videos and stuff. But anyway, that's really all I had to say about the Lomachenko stuff. We've been talking about this for a while. Tyson Fury, he put on Twitter that he's back. That's part of the title you guys see. Tyson Fury, he said he got everything cleared up, which is weird because yesterday I'm reading reports that he missed his hearing. So I don't know what happened in between, but fuck it. He's saying he's back. So that's good. I love it. If he got it cleared up. Just so you guys see, new media, like I said, have a look for yourself. Official documents, Tyson Fury. New media, that's the thing. I try my best to show you guys so you guys can see. Tyson Fury, based on his alleged failure to provide a sample, UCAT's position is that the anti-doping rule violation it has asserted has been committed and the consequences set out, blah, blah, blah. And this is, I guess, the documents showing that he's good. That's what they're saying. And now that he's good, he called out Joshua. He said, Anthony Joshua, where you at, boy? I'm coming for you, punk. Ain't no one blocking my path now. And that's from Tyson. So I fuck with Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is difficult for anybody at the top level. If he gets in shape and he looks like the same Tyson Fury, he's just too awkward. I mean, Anthony Joshua even said in an interview, he said, I think Tyson Fury, Joshua said something like, he said he can knock out Parker and knock out Wilder, but he thinks Tyson Fury would be the most difficult because of his frame and he's awkward, and he says he thinks he's a nut job, like he's a nutcase. So that gives him a kind of an advantage because he's like kind of unpredictable. So I can agree with that, but I don't know. I favor Wilder over Joshua, in my opinion. I think Wilder can get Joshua out of there too. In fact, this is my opinion. Some of you guys may disagree. I honestly feel like if Wilder could beat Luis Ortiz, then I think he could beat Joshua. That's how I look at it. Even though they're different ages, different fighter, if Wilder could beat Luis Ortiz, I think he could beat Joshua. That's just my opinion. But like I said, Tyson Fury, he's a good talker. He's a good talker, and it's good for him to be back in the division, to be honest. Because the heavyweight division is not that thick. You got a couple guys, but like heavyweight division is like for, how do you say it? You know who, it's very easy to see who the top guys are at heavyweight are. Now that if Tyson Fury, if I'm gonna give him credit and say he's the same fighter, then clearly Wilder, Joshua, and Tyson Fury are the top 3 best. And then after, I guess you could say Joseph Parker. Period. You know what I'm saying? Some of the other divisions, to some people, maybe not so much. Like welterweight, it's kind of hard. I mean, Terrence Crawford could be the best. Errol Spence could be the best. Some people would even say Keith Thurman's the best. I don't know many people saying Jeff Horn's the best, but between those 3, and Pacquiao maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard for some people to decipher. Some people, I just posted this on my Instagrams. Some people pick Bud to beat Errol Spence. Some people said Errol Spence is way too strong, way too big. You know what I mean? But heavyweight, you know immediately who the best guys are. So I'm gonna go get something to eat, people. We had a good, healthy live stream. Caught a couple bodies. I might do one later too. What y'all think? Can we get some more likes? I'm gonna go run some errands. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Oh, I got a question for you guys. Some people are asking it like, you're busting your ass on this channel. Man, I'm the people's champ. I do it for the fans. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, but I want boxing to be in a good place, and it's been in a good place in 2017. There's still some issues, like I said. There's still race issues. There's still fights that are taking real long to make that shouldn't have taken so long. But we're in a good place overall, and I want to continue that if I can help it. I want to see boxing do well and continue to do well. No, I haven't seen the new Star Wars. Actually, I've never seen the last Star Wars, even the one before that either. Yeah, we're in a good place, man. I heard Canelo Triple G might come along. Who are you guys favoring that? Canelo Triple G. Let's say they fight in May. Who are you guys picking? No, I haven't talked about Tevin Farmer because I haven't watched it. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't, so I haven't caught it yet. Canelo, Triple. Damn, a lot of Canelos. See, man, this whole game is crazy. Cause when I pick Canelo, it's like people were like, "No, fuck you, you're stupid." And now I'm seeing more people pick Canelo than Triple G. Wow, boxing is crazy. It's just, it turns. It's fast. I'm gonna pick Canelo again, I think. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, granted, nothing happens in between now and then. I think I'm picking Canelo. My question, this is no hot seat or no one gonna get blocked or nothing, but why are you picking Triple G? The people, anybody who said they're picking Triple G, what is Triple G gonna do? Like, oh, excuse me, adjustment wise, what's he gonna do? This goes out to all the people picking Triple G. Triple G is a terrific fighter, but I'm just curious what adjustments. I mean, I disagree. Someone said Canelo's stamina. Listen, see, like I said, maybe my boxing brain, how I look at stuff, is different. But your man, Vitas, he said Canelo's stamina isn't enough. So this is my honest question. Like, we're just having healthy boxing dialogue. This is not no hot seat, not trying to embarrass no one or nothing. But you just said Canelo's stamina wasn't enough. Then why didn't he get knocked out? Why didn't he get knocked down? I agree he fatigued in the fight, for sure. That was very apparent to see. I was there live. I was in the T-Mobile Arena like, oh, right? So my thing is, you just said Canelo's stamina is not enough. Why didn't he get knocked out or knocked down or at any point like really just rocked where he was? I think there's this one sequence where Canelo was on the ropes and he baited Golovkin, and I think he taunted him, and then Golovkin hit him with something, and his whole head went like, and that was like the best shot that I can remember Golovkin even landing. So once again, to the Vitas dude, you just said Canelo's stamina is not enough. Then why'd he go the distance? Because normally when your stamina is not enough and you're in there with a pressure fighter with power like a Triple G, you'll get knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? For example, Floyd Mayweather is not even really an inherent pressure fighter. He typically fights cerebral and smart. Yet Conor McGregor, as soon as he started fatiguing, Floyd just kept the pressure on him. And this is supposed to be pillow-fisted Floyd, let y'all tell it, right? It's pillow-fisted Floyd, and he still stopped Conor McGregor, and he's not even like a big 54-pounder. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, why didn't Golovkin stop him? Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had an important text I had to respond to. So I don't know what was said. Oh wow, people! I told y'all to hold on. I guess people dipped out. That's hella funny. Yeah, I don't know. I guess everybody dipped out because I would put you guys on hold. I had to respond to a text, but anyway, for the couple people that are here before I get off, my thing is, if the guy said Canelo, he didn't have enough stamina. So my thing is, if he didn't have enough stamina, then why didn't he get knocked out? Like, obviously he had stamina issues and he fatigued, but usually you'll get knocked out. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Damn, I put y'all on hold and everybody dipped out. That's kind of funny. Oh, there he is. He said, I felt Canelo got tired. Triple G respected Canelo a lot this time. He would be more disrespectful. Triple B more aggressive from the beginning. I felt Canelo got tired. Triple G respected Canelo a lot more time. He would be. But see, I agree with you. But in my opinion, I think him being more aggressive is going to be worse for him. You know what I mean? Because I think Canelo's going to expect that. No, I respect your thoughts. That's cool. I think that's, to me, I think that's worse for Triple G. Because you're going in there with a natural counterpuncher who's younger, who has enough power to warrant your respect. And you're going to, the more aggressive you are, the more you open yourself up. You know what I mean? The more punches you throw, like I've seen guys like Omar Narvaez fought Nonito Donaire, right? And he didn't want to engage. That's harder to knock a guy out like that. Luis Cuba Arias versus Daniel Jacobs, he wasn't engaging that much. So it became harder for Jacobs to get this sensational knockout like he did Peter Quillen, right? So to me, the more punches you throw, it's obvious that the more punches you throw, the more you're in the line of fire. So I think Triple G being more aggressive early, I think Canelo's going to expect that in the rematch. And I honestly think that'll leave him open more, and that'll be worse for him. Triple G, he made the first 3 rounds kind of like a filler round. I got to go watch the fight again because I never really went back and watched the whole thing again. You know what I mean? I never really went back and watched the whole thing. I watched a couple rounds and stuff, and I was there live. But my thing is Triple G was very cautious in the first 3 rounds. Very cautious. I disagree with you. Someone said Canelo could never KO Triple G. What boxing do you guys watch? Like, I'm not saying I know everything and my opinion is always the best, and I'm not saying Canelo will guarantee knockout Triple G, but what boxing do you guys watch where you guys have these notions that fighters can do, like, this is an arcade game, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a video game, and like, just because a guy has a chin, nothing can stop him. No one can stop him. Or Lomachenko, he's good, so he could just keep moving up in weight and naturally beat everyone based on what he showed you in lower weight class. Like, it's like, I don't understand this. Like, Triple G's 35. By the time he fights Canelo again, he'll probably be 36. I think his birthday might be in February. You know what I mean? So he fights Canelo again, he'll be 36. And as strong as his chin is, I seen him get hurt. He got hurt to the body. So there's more than one way to knock someone out. Or if you get hurt to the body and you're too worried about that, then you get a crucial headshot. So like, this is not a fight prediction video because the fight's not even signed. We don't even know if it's gonna happen next. But all the people saying Canelo can't knock him out, I disagree with that. And again, if you disagree with me, then why did Triple G noticeably get hurt in the second half of the fight to the body? Second of all, if you disagree with me, then why didn't Triple G just steamroll him like he did everybody else, except for Jacobs? You know what I mean? Why didn't he? you guys have to study boxing, people. Like, I was at his fight with Dominic Wade too. Dominic Wade got bombed out. He was hurt by the first, and he got closed up and zipped up in the second round. Period. So if it's that easy, then why didn't and Canelo has no power to thwart Triple G, then why didn't he get knocked out? Like, I just, like I said, I don't understand. You guys listen to that HBO and that Letterman shit and start believing these fighters are like mythical, like minotaurs or some shit, like some Mortal Kombat stuff. Man, if Canelo makes a couple subtle adjustments, I definitely think he has the ability and enough power to stop Golovkin. Will he stop him? I don't know. I'm not saying that's how I bet my money, but I mean, you guys acting like Triple G at 36 will be like he just unstoppable. Like, he got hurt in the first fight. And see, this is the other thing you guys got to understand about boxing. That was Canelo's. Listen to me, and I want someone to prove me wrong. Somebody prove me wrong. That was Canelo's first real fight, keyword, first real fight at 160. And the reason I say that, yes, I know Canelo fought Fantastico at 164.5, but we can all hopefully agree that that wasn't much of a fight. Triple G didn't, just like Rigondeaux didn't do shit versus Lomachenko, Chavez Jr. damn sure didn't do nothing versus Canelo. So to me, that was always a hard fight to gauge. Now, if it was the Chavez Jr. that rattled Martinez or beat up on Andy Lee, knocked him out, and he gave Canelo some issue, then that would be more of a fight where Canelo can learn something. But what could Canelo really learn? I mean, he was just practicing shit. Chavez literally looked like he just didn't want to get knocked out or anything. You know what I'm saying? So prove me wrong with what I'm about to say. Since we can all pretty much agree that the Chavez Jr. fight was ass and it wasn't much of a competition, Canelo didn't have any true comp at 160. Again, if you really and truly want to count the Chavez Jr. fight, I don't know why, because Chavez Jr. provided no resistance. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really do nothing. So even though it's over 160 for Canelo was just working on shit. So my thing is, imagine if Canelo didn't vacate his belt and the pressure wasn't on him to fight Golovkin at the time. Canelo probably would have moved up, fought like a Billy Joe Saunders, fought like Willie Monroe. Well, he probably wouldn't fight Willie Monroe, but you know what I mean, Gay Rosado or some shit, get some experience, and then fought Triple G. Canelo did everything he did in the fight, including get tired, but his successes also, with really no experience at 160. Imagine if Canelo did the Andre Ward approach when Ward moved up from super middleweight to 175. Andre Ward is smart because he knew what HBO was trying to do. Like, and Ward, I've been around Ward, man, and I see he's a smart guy. You know what I mean, from the business side. That's why both of the fights. How the fuck Ward getting more? Rigondeaux didn't get shit, and he with Rock Nation. He didn't get shit versus Lomachenko. Yet Ward having Jay Prince and Josh Dubin and the people, you guys got to peep the game. How come Rigondeaux got shit, you know what I mean, on behalf of the Lomachenko fight, but Ward in both of his Kovalev fights made more than Kovalev, and he got the same fucking promoter, or had. Rock Nation was the same promoter, yet his deal was luxurious. He got some back end money, even though the pay-per-views didn't really sell that much. But either way, he made more money than Kovalev both fights, especially in the second fight. You know what I'm saying? So just good business dealing. Ward's smart. Ward knew HBO was lightweight, trying to pressure him into moving up to light heavyweight. He had a light heavyweight gold medal, so he's like, fuck it, I'll move up, but I'm gonna move up on my terms. This is what I need from y'all. Give me 2 fights, and then I'll fight Kovalev, right? Fought Sullivan Barrera, then fought Alexander Brand, then got it rocking with Kovalev back to back. Imagine if Canelo wasn't under so much pressure to fight Golovkin, and he had more time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Canelo fought like I said, Billy Joe Saunders, then Gabe Rosado, and then he fought Golovkin, and he won those 2 fights. He would have been even more acclimated. So, because like this is the thing, this is how I know Canelo's nice with it, because all things considered, not really having true experience at 160, he still went the distance and pushed Golovkin. Even if you had Golovkin winning, it's not like Golovkin dogged him. I mean, and he didn't even get knocked down like Jacobs got. Jacobs did very well. I thought Jacobs won, but he didn't get knocked down. Canelo didn't even get knocked down, so he must be nice. You know what I mean? Because again, what if Canelo fought Billy Joe Saunders and then fought Gabe Rosado? He could figure out stamina issues right then and there. Like, fuck, I'm getting tired, and then he could work on that and have the Golovkin as the 3rd fight. But he didn't even do that. He just went up like, he said, fuck that Mamadas, I'm a beast, and immediately fought Triple G. Really, his first fight at the regular 160 was Triple G. Facts. If you want to include the Chavez Jr. fight over 160, that wasn't much of a fight. So, to me, I think Canelo's a good ass fighter. And like I said, what if he did the Ward approach, where he took two interim fights and then fought Triple G? Then he would have time to figure some things out on how, like, you know what I mean, how his middleweight style is going to be. So if he did that, if he did what he did in his first real fight at middleweight, then the second one's going to be really interesting. Really interesting. You know what? William Brunson said good, not great. I never said he did great. But second of all, okay, since William Brunson has a response, did Triple G do great to you? William Brunson, this question is you. You said Canelo did good, not great. I never said Canelo did great. But did Triple G do great to you versus Canelo? In your opinion, that was a great performance. Danny Brunson. They both didn't do great. Exactly. They both showed spirit, heart, power, and just shit like that. But neither one of them, in my honest opinion, and when I first watched it, and I got to watch it again. When I first watched it, I'm like, Triple G won that. But I was never like blown away like, oh, fuck, it was a robbery. Triple G murdered him. I was never like that. I just thought Triple G won more rounds. But in my honest opinion, neither guy showed monumental separation from the other guy. And that's sometimes what happens. Ward Kovalev, same thing. Ward Kovalev won. Neither guy, to me, showed massive amounts of separation. Like where you're just like, Ward easily, because it wasn't easy. Or same thing with Kovalev. I don't think Kovalev fought Ward in the first fight and it was just like, that's a runaway fight for Kovalev. Yes, he hurt Ward, but he can never finish him or reduplicate them. It was very clear it wasn't a Jean Pascal, because every time he hurt Pascal, the end was near soon after. So fights like that, sometimes they're gonna be like that, and then you look towards the rematch to be the difference maker and see who can make the best adjustments and show that separation. Just like Floyd Castillo, Floyd Maidana, and that's what's happening in the Canelo Triple G. Yeah, Ward looked great in the rematch, but that's because he had adjustments. But as far as the first fight, there was not crazy gaps of separation. He was fighting at an extremely high level, and Kovalev was fighting at an extremely high level. And that's what I think with the Canelo Triple G. I don't think either guy really just separated themselves so much where it's like, I'm on a way different level. You gotta imagine, Triple G has 300-something amateur fights and a silver or gold medal, and he fought a guy who turned pro at 15, who all of his experience was learning on the job and fighting better competition, and even though he's in different weight classes like Mayweather and stuff. And Triple G didn't look like I had this way more. Did Triple G look like he had way more amateur experience than Canelo? Honestly, like, I didn't see that. Considering how they have completely different upbringings in the game, I didn't see Canelo like where he was getting dogged. Like, man, this silver medalist is making this boy look amateurish. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that. I thought they were fighting at a competitive, high competitive level. You know what I'm saying? All that experience Triple G has and all that power and more experience at middleweight, and he didn't dominate. So, but like I said, some fights are like that. You're not always gonna dominate everyone, but like I said, good fights like that. That's why you look for the rematch to see who will make the adjustment. I expected more from Triple G. See, I mean, some of y'all listen to HBO and shit. That's why. You listen to what HBO says, let them tell it. Like, Triple G is unstoppable. Like, when I speak my mind, I'm always the hater. I hate y'all think, like, as much as I love boxing and cover fights and try to give you guys content, y'all guys act like I just hate everybody. Like, I just sit around and everybody pisses me off and makes me mad. It's not like that. But unlike some people, like, I have a set of stones and I speak my mind. I speak my mind and call it as fair as I could see it and what I see in the fight. I've always seen the same things in Triple G. Hard to beat, but he's not imperfect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like he has nothing. Like I said, most things in boxing, and you guys can disagree with me or whatever, but it's all relative to what's being said. Like, let's say, okay, put it this way. Triple G had 23 knockouts in a row, right? He had 23 knockouts in a row. In my honest opinion, if he fought certain people or if he fought in certain eras, even if he were to beat those people, that 23 knockout shit would have been stopped a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That would have been ended a long time ago. But it's all based on the competition. Like, for example, if he fought Andre Ward, I don't see him beating Andre Ward, right? If he fought Carl Froch, right? Even if he beat Carl Froch, he might not knock him out. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative to who's in your division and who you fought. You know what I mean? Things like that. Same thing with Lomachenko. Like, yeah, Lomachenko, he's looking like a maniac, a beast. Like, he's looking very good. But if he fights, bottom line is this: let's play the truth game. I'm supposed to be getting. Actually, someone's bringing me food. But Vasily Lomachenko, let's do a truth game. Y'all ready for the truth game? Can I get a hell yeah, gang gang? Stop saying that. Saying what? What are you talking about? Stop saying what? Ron Miller, what are you talking about? Stop saying that. I'm not gonna stop saying gang gang. You make me stop saying that. Anywho, truth game. Rate Vasily Lomachenko's power on a scale of 0 to 10 at 130 pounds. 10 being like you're up there with Wilders and the Golovkins and the Better Bias and Bivos or whatever. Rate Lomachenko's power on a 0 to 10 scale. Be honest though. I don't want to say -6 and all that. Be honest. See, you know, that's why I like how I run my channel, because you guys get to see. Because when I say this stuff myself, I sound bad. You guys just seen these are all just boxing fans and people who came to a boxing channel to watch a live stream, and nobody rated Lomachenko's power. I didn't see anything 8 or above. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't even say a 7. I think 7 is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he has a 7, in my opinion. But whatever, you guys seen what people voted for Lomachenko's power. So like I said, it's all relative. All this whole shit about Lomachenko making everyone quit, I don't see that, especially as he travels up in weight. Can he beat these guys? Sure, he might be able to beat them. Like Jorge Linares, he might be able to beat him. Mike Garcia, he might be able to beat them. But just making everyone quit, it's not gonna happen. And the reason I know is you guys just did the power-o-meter, and nobody really even rated Lomachenko's power at 130 higher, an 8 or higher. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has sharp punches, but what does that what does that have to do with it? Sharp punches, yeah, if you deliver punches, anyone can get hurt. I mean, just once again, more cliche shit that you guys say. Oh, but he has sharp punch. He does have sharp punches. See, I don't hate on him, man. I'm not gonna take away something he does well. That's like me saying he has terrible footwork. I don't take away if you do something good. I don't think, me personally, I wouldn't rate his power a 7. I personally wouldn't at 130. So again, as you move up 5 pounds, I gotta see it. If he can do it, then I'm cool. You made Mikey Garcia quit, but I haven't seen that. And like I said, some people don't take stuff into perspective like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like with Triple G, even, like, I don't think that 23 knockout shit, that was because of who he was fighting. Is the echelon of fighters he was fighting, so he knocked them out because he was levels above that. But you see in his last 3 fights, them knockouts ain't coming as easy. How you hurt Kell Brooks, a welterweight, that bad in round 1, and then he comes back in round 2 and lands hella shit on you. That's because he has skill. The only thing is he got an injury and he was undersized. I'm not making excuses, that's what I seen. Undersized, got an injury, corner called it, stopped. But that's what I'm saying. Shit gets harder as you move up in competition. Boxing has always been that way. And if I think Lomachenko's power is like moderate, very moderate at 130, as he moves up to 35, if he moves beyond that to 40 and 47, he's gonna have to find other ways to get it done. And I promise you, not everyone's gonna quit. Just like you have to look at it. Triple G, who has more power, Gennady Golovkin or Vasyl Lomachenko? Not style, not swag, not age, not nothing, footwork. Who has more power, Triple G or Lomachenko? These are like elementary questions. Exactly. Everyone's saying Triple G without a question. But once again, if you look at his last 2 fights, he fought 2 of the best people that he's fought in it. Well, I would say that's the best people in his whole resume. Daniel Jacobs and Canelo. And all of a sudden, a guy with good technique offensively and amateur pedigree and brute force, which you guys just admitted is more than Lomachenko, all of a sudden he can't knock them out. So I'm telling you, you guys can say whatever you want. And once again, I'm not saying Lomachenko can't move up to 35 and wreck shop. I don't even know much about Terry Flanagan, but I would definitely pick him to beat him. You know what I mean? But I don't see him stopping. Not can he not beat them. I don't see him stopping Linares, Mikey Garcia, and Robert Easter and making them all quit like he's been doing, because it's all relative to his fought. Rigondeaux, he got frustrated, he got his ass beat, whatever you want to say, cool. He came up 2 weight classes. So a guy who is not coming up 2 weight classes at 135 and you're coming to his weight, and Robert Easter, I just seen Robert Easter not too long ago. I've seen him multiple times. Cincinnati, Vegas. The motherfucker's like 5'11". Like 5'11" fighting at lightweight. So can he beat him? Maybe. Maybe he can beat Robert Easter. But to make him quit, to beat him in submission, when Richard Comey, an established lightweight with a 92% knockout ratio, he knocked Easter down where his glove touched, and then he got rocked in the 12th round. Denis Shafikov, you know what I mean? Like, if Lomachenko, and see, this is the thing. Lomachenko, if he's that great where he could do that, then just let me see it. Make these fights. And then there's nothing to debate. Guys like Jorge Linares, he just fought a gold medalist in Campbell. And Linares, when he's on, he's looking crispy. You know what I mean? And people are like, oh, Linares' chin. But yeah, his chin versus like guys like Antonio DeMarco. DeMarco knocked out John Molina in 1 round. You know what I'm saying? So he's like he's a tough Mexican at that time. Tough guy who could hang on even if he was getting outboxed, and had heart, and he put so much pressure on Linares. So, I mean, like I said, it's not if Lomachenko can beat some of these guys. I think he can maybe beat some of them. I don't know. We have to see. I don't know what he can do at 35. But Bob Arum's like making it sound like... All right, Boxing League's an idiot. So he's been fucking with me in the streams for so long. Now you're in the hot seat. He says you question, and I think he got put in the hot seat, but he got put in timeout. See, I remember this stuff. He says you're questioning Triple G's 23 knockout streak. You should question Mayweather's 50 wins. Okay, you're about to get bodied in the hot seat. So why should we question Mayweather's 50 wins? Because I brought up Triple G's 23 knockout streak. What is it? What's the correlation there? And so you're basically saying, are you basically saying Triple G's 23 knockout streak is more impressive and more relevant and more, he's done more in that than Mayweather has in 50 fights? Like, please explain this. Yes, Boxing League, you're in the hot seat. Okay, answer. Just explain why. Okay, so what's the comparison? Same reason you're questioning the KO streak by Triple G. You should be questioning both. Okay, so once again, Boxing League, nobody's playing games with you. I'm about to zip this boy up because you've been fucking with me in past live streams. Now you got to go. Explain. So get your popcorn, all the fans, hit the like button, and explain why I should be questioning Mayweather's 50-0 record, 2 decades in the sport, and how you're attempting to compare that to Triple G knocking out 23 people in a row. Okay, his response is you don't show no love. Okay, so explain how you are as impressed with Triple G's 23 knockout streak as you are with Mayweather's 50-0. What do we like? This man, you've been putting dumb comments in past streams and this stream. The opponents they are fighting. So you think Triple G, when he not okay? So just so you know, his 23 knockout streak ended with Kell Brooks, and you're saying from Kell Brooks and before, those opponents are better than Floyd's 50-0? Wow. You're talking about the opponents they're fighting. So you're honestly comparing Triple G's 23 opponents that he knocked out to Mayweather's 50-0. So my question to you, not huge fighters. Okay, Boxing Leagues, we about to make you leak, and there will be blood, and that's what you're going to be leaking. So my question is this. Out of those 23, name the top 3 to 5 people Triple G knocked out in that. So since you're so impressed and enthralled with Triple G's 23 knockout consecutive streak, ego across the belly, until I got the ego across the belly. Hold on, stop. Y'all distracted me. Since Triple G's 23 knockout streak, I'm not giving credit. I'm the hater and all this extra, I'm racist. Great, you're in the hot seat. So you explain to me 3 to 5 people out of 23, so you have plenty to choose from, that Triple G knocked out that you were just like, wow, that was mad impressive. So what are his top 3 to 5 out of that 23? Backing off the blocks. I never said I was impressed with Triple G's knockout streak, but not impressed with Mayweather's wins too either. Okay, so now, okay, this is, bro, I don't know if you do boxing videos, but you might want to close your channel because we don't believe you need more people. Okay, I said name 3 to 5, and he names 1. And he also admits he wasn't, I'm not saying I was impressed with Triple G's knockout streak. And you named David Lemieux. So you're impressed because he knocked out David Lemieux, who's been knocked out by Marco Antonio Rubio, lost to Josim Alcine, who one of the Charlos knocked out later, right? Matthew Macklin knocked out in 1 round. And David Lemieux was not a proven champion. He fought for a vacant belt and immediately fought Triple G and got his ass handed to him. Not closing, nothing. I retweet your shit, everything you post. I don't care about no retweets. You about to retweet this body bag you get because you keep putting stupid shit. If you don't know about boxing, you should sit and listen to the other people, listen to me, and try to learn something. But you sound crazy. And you retweeting my stuff does not save you from putting crazy stuff. You said I'm not okay. Now let's move on to your demise. I'm about to zip you up. So why are you not impressed with Mayweather's 50-0? Let's hear this. Hold on. You said, why do I sound crazy? Everybody type crazy if he sounds crazy to y'all. If he's not doing a good job of backing up what he's saying, type crazy. He's like, why do I sound crazy? You guys let me know. Look, the fans are saying it, not me. So once again, why are you not impressed with Mayweather's 50-0? What isn't there not to be impressed with? Okay, we get it. You're not impressed, but why aren't you impressed? Those are your fans? No, my fans are fans of boxing. So if I get body bag, if you get body bag, they're gonna, for the most part, call it like it is. But you sound crazy. And listen, let's cut the bullshit because now you're wasting too much time. Just answer the question. I don't want to hear anything else. You're fans and I retweet you. Why are you not impressed with Floyd Mayweather 50-0? And why are you telling me that Golovkin's 23 knockouts in a row, how are you even comparing that to Floyd's 50-0? Like, see, once again, you don't know shit about boxing. I am not impressed with Mayweather's 50 wins because he chose his opponents. Typical shit. So even though he beat Cotto, a legend, a Hall of Famer, Pacquiao, a legend, a Hall of Famer, Shane Mosley, a legend, a Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya, a gold medalist, legend, Hall of Famer, and all these people, Diego Corrales when he's undefeated, even though he beat all these guys, Arturo Gatti, who has a Gotti list on the fight, he beat a champion at 21, Gennaro Hernandez. You're not impressed by none of that, but you're impressed with Triple G's knocking out of 23 people. And then I asked you, my very first question was, name 3 to 5 of them. You said Lemieux, so that's 4 more that you have, and you still haven't named any of the 4 people that highly impressed you out of 23. So you have 23 fights to choose from where Triple G stretched somebody, and you named David Lemieux only. You're not impressed with Triple G, and you actually picked Canelo to win. LOL. I picked Canelo to win a decision, and he got a draw. So I'm not really that far off. A draw is a half win and a half loss, and most people didn't pick a draw. They either said Triple G was gonna knock out Canelo, Canelo's gonna knock out or go decision with Golovkin. So, and some people say Canelo won the fight. So you look stupid. Canelo lost to you, and once again you're bouncing around. You got. He's saying I'm clueless. Let's zip this boy up. I'm clueless, but you have 4 more people. See, listen, this is how stupid the casual fan is. He just said, I retweet all your stuff, man, but now I'm clueless. So once again, if one is so inclined to listen to what people say and listen to logic, I'm clueless, yet you're on my live stream. You've been on my live stream because you've been fucking with me in these streams, and you told me that you retweet all of my shit, and I've seen you on Twitter retweeting my shit, but now all of a sudden I'm Alicia Silverstone and I'm clueless, and yet you keep ducking the question. You still have 4 people to name out of 23 that highly impressed you that Triple G knocked out, and you can't do it, but I'm clueless. As if I'm Stacey Dash, I'm Alicia Silverstone, I'm clueless. Ego, you the man. Man, I'm catching bodies. I already told y'all. You want me to be impressed with Triple G's 23 knockout, but in the same breath, you're telling me not to be impressed with Mayweather 50-0. Just so you know, do y'all want me to zip him up? Can we get to 300 likes so I can zip this kid up? If y'all want me to zip him up, just but zip. All you gotta do is type zip. I'm gonna zip this. I'm gonna zip him up. Okay, so you're okay. He's clearly out of his element here. He said Gabe Rosado. Gabe Rosado got heart, but Gabe Rosado has lost a lot of his big fights. By the time he fought Triple G, he had been knocked out by Alfredo El Perro Angulo, and he was a 154-pounder in line to fight K9 Bundridge, who was a champion at the time. He forfeited that and moved up in weight. So him fighting Triple G was his very first fight at 160. So him getting knocked out and having no experience at the weight is one of his top wins. Now Daniel Gill, who lost to Darren Barker, and lost to Golovkin in the amateurs. That's so great of a win. And Daniel Gill lost to Cotto, got knocked out. Man, y'all wanted me to zip him. Curtis Stevens got knocked out by what's the name, Mendoza or whatever his name is, and he had lost to Durrell. Do y'all want me to keep killing this kid like this? Oh, Marcos Primero, I think, is the dude that knocked out Curtis Stevens, and he's a short middleweight. Boxing, I told you, now you fit your name, Boxing Leaks, because I got you leaking. There's so many holes in your argument, you just leaking blood everywhere. He said, and then on top of that, see, we just doing this for entertainment. This is abusing the corpse at this point. But and on top of all of this bullshit, so hold on, listen. This is how y'all know new media versus that old media, that old bullshit, right? Listen, Curtis Stevens and Lemieux are knockout artists. Yeah, but so is Golovkin, right? But listen, people. I'm gonna get off this. After this, I'm gonna get off. But listen to me. This motherfucker, Boxing Leak, said we should be impressed with Golovkin knocking out Rosado, who was at 54 and had been stopped before, and Curtis Stevens and Daniel Gill, but we shouldn't be impressed with Mayweather being 50-0. Boxing League, you got to go. Let's put your L's up. I think my food's here, so I'm gonna go eat. You said you're not impressed by Mayweather's 50-0, but you're telling me Golovkin's great wins are Daniel Gill and Gabe Rosado. Thank you for playing. Blah! I'm back, man. I caught a body. Thank you, guys. Let's see if we can get to 300 likes sometime soon. Boxing Leagues can't come back in here anymore. And listen, moderators, if you're still in here, if Boxing League tried to come back, make sure we block him. That's too casual of conversation. He's telling us, don't be impressed with Floyd. We should be impressed with Golovkin's 23 knockout streaks. Don't be impressed with Floyd, who turned champion when he was 21. Be impressed with Golovkin, who is a good fighter, had a silver medal in the Olympics, and didn't really fight somebody that people really thought could beat him or test him till he was like 34, 35. And that's like Daniel Jacobs or Canelo. Man. I might do another live stream later. I bet you Boxing League tries to come back. I might even block him off Twitter for his treachery. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Hit the like button. We having fun here. We catching bodies all day. Hot seating. And if you like that, you appreciate that, we just got to be real, people. That's all I want in this boxing game. As much as possible, just be real. You know what I mean? And there's no shade to Golovkin. He's a good fighter, but don't tell me that I should be marveled with Golovkin's 23 knockouts when he was heavily favored to beat those guys. Yet Floyd beating a Canelo who's bigger than him and a champion, coming off the Austin Trout win, going up to fight De La Hoya and Conor McGregor and Cotto. I shouldn't be impressed with none of that. Crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe another live stream later. Stay tuned. New media. We working.